Welcome into another Friday night Pop Blendr Unfiltered. Here I am once again. That's right. Ah, what a lovely sound. Let's do that one more time, shall we? So, how is everyone? Hope you had an eventful week. I know I have. Good and bad, actually, after Monday. And then came Tuesday. Maybe because of Monday, Tuesday happened. I don't know. We got Otis McDonald already jamming in the background, folks. Let's see what happens tonight. Four roses on the tip. Keeping me company tonight. New background. Fireplace is over yonder. I know you can't see it. Maybe I'll swing the camera here in a little bit. Who knows? Not going to be great, though. Anyway. Yes, the fireplace is going. I just wish it put off heat. Because, Lord, we need it. Lord. Oh, Lord. I apologize for all the pygmies. We need it. It's cold here. Hopefully it's warmer where you're at. But it is cold here. And thankfully getting warmer in the next few days. Anyway, welcome in to another Friday night. Pop Blendr Unfiltered number 26. Something like that. 26 weeks in a row. Or 27. 26 out of 27. Whatever it is. I'm glad you guys are tuning in. Anybody's joining me tonight. Popping in, popping out. Doing your thing. It is a Friday night. So obviously... for those of you who have stuff going on, unlike myself, by all means, do what you do. I'll be here. Should have a special guest here in a little while. Special might be the, I don't know if that's the right word, but special guest nonetheless. He is special. To help me suss out some of these videos, photos, and just cut up for a little bit. Got a few topics to go over tonight. Not a ton. You know, could I head deep into the inauguration and all that stuff? No, I'll give you my thoughts, but I'm not going to go, you know, I'm not a political channel, so I'm not going to go super heavy into it. I don't want anybody getting, well, actually, really, I might get pissed off. It doesn't really matter, honestly. We all have our opinions and stuff like that, but ultimately, coming together, hanging out, it's what it's all about. And so I'm not going to go too deep into that stuff with y'all. Did have the pleasure earlier to hang out with Shane and Woody. Just Jeff, Greg, War Chest was hanging out there for a while. Daredevil Dave popped in kind of at the last minute. But Tony's Figs was there, and that was the same time hangout, which is always fun every Friday afternoon. And that's become kind of my new little thing to pop in for a little while and hang out with those guys, and I enjoy it quite a bit. Yes, that's right, 3-star P with the pygmies. Oh Lord, I apologize. Anyway, so yeah, man, it is cold here. We're gonna warm it up a little bit tonight. Got Otis McDonald in the background holding it down. Got a little toy news. Not a lot of toy news, but a little bit of toy news for those of you that missed out on something maybe earlier this year, or last year, I should say. And it's back up. Little news out of Washington, little Hollywood, little comic news. Hey, thanks, Burner Phone. Love it, baby. Loves mules in the house. Let's go ahead and hit up the chat. First in the door, same time, Toy Shane says, oh, hell yeah, here we go. At the same time, just a few minutes later, he said, not gonna lie, I'm almost passed out. And I always say, you do you, my friend. And I fully understand. I do. And so, yeah. Those guys on Same Time Hangout, they are 420 specialists. And if you don't know what 420 is, then I advise you to look it up. But yeah, they have a good time. And I have a good time cutting up with them. And they let me come join their party. And it feels good. Little video game news. I've got my Idiots of the Day segment, and it's got a few. Let's just say that. Got a little local news too, man. Here in Nashville, we got a little local news. kind of some bad, a lot of bad, well, a lot of bad, some bad, a little bit of good. I guess you could say actually kind of bad and goofy at the same time. So some local stuff happening here in my city, and probably similar to what's happening in your city. Best woke photos era. Got some of those coming up here in a little bit too. That is a very fun segment for me because I have saved a ton of photos and I'm going to keep sharing them every week until I run out. Of some I call it the best woke photos thread. That word obviously has been overused, right? We know what it means. But it's the only way I could kind of describe it. But the thing of it is regardless of what side of the fence you sit on, where you vote, who you vote for, what your policies are, and this and that. Honestly, when you go back and look at some of these photos and how just ridiculous some of them are, just as just a human being, they are pretty funny and also kind of sad at the same time. So we'll share some of those. I do have, I'm just going to go ahead and hit you guys right off the top. We love penguins. I love penguins, right? Joe Fan 84 rolling in here. Obviously, like I said, loves mules. My sis rolling in. Burner phone. Hang out as long as you can, buddy, till you get bored. I fully get it. But I love you being here all the same, that's for sure. And probably will see you on Sunday. Clint Jorgensen in the house. So I was wrong. Better Man got an Oscar nomination. It should have, Beef 2, but the Academy screwed them on the song. Yeah, I'm going to watch that movie. I'm going to give you my honest feedback on Better Man. It is a Robbie Williams biopic, but it is him as a chimpanzee or as a monkey or whatever. In CGI and stuff. It's kind of weird, but I do want to watch it because I do need to give it my honest attention, as well as some of the other Oscar nominations. We're going to go over some of that today too, and I'm going to save some of that for Tuesday night with Matthew, because that's only fair to him since I bowed out this past Tuesday night with a migraine from hell. Got a video of the day, a couple of them that were sent to me by my special guest, and hopefully he'll be joining me here in a little bit. No timetable on that, but anyway, first things first, let's take a sip. Here's to y'all that enjoy coming in here and hanging out with me for a little while. It is much appreciated, more than you'll ever know. I promise you that. And if I can keep you entertained for a little bit, then I'm doing my job. So, and it's not even a job. It's just fun. So I'm just going to hit you right off the top with something, y'all. Yes, Burner Phone, little Four Roses, one of my favorites, one of the smoothest bourbons that you can get. That's not killer expensive. I don't imbibe it often, actually, but I do like to have it on Friday nights occasionally. And big, nice, chunky, square ice cube, man. One of the best things I bought in a long time, actually, is that silicone ice cube holder, man. You fill it up, you get them big old blocks, man. Just put one of those in there and let that thing melt. I like my bourbon a little watered down, just a little bit. I don't mind it. I just need some stir sticks because I'm one of those pokers. I like to poke around and play around with my bourbon. Sabir in the house. What's up, Sabir, man? Good to see you. And thank you for rolling by. Absolutely. Thank you so much. So let's just hit you right off the top with a little penguin POV from a fish. We all love penguins, don't we? We love penguins. Penguins are cute. They waddle, right? They waddle around and they're goofy. Come on, picture. All right. I got a photo that's going to scare the shit out of you. How about that? I got a photo that's going to scare the shit out of you. This is a penguin from the point of view of a fish. And the only reason why I even really just want to show it to you, because I just found it so funny and kind of shocking. Holy shit, what is that? Oh, God. Good God Almighty. That's awful. I mean, that's awful. Let me tell you something, folks. I had an ex-girlfriend one time. Yowzers. Yeah, Joe Fan, you nailed it right on the head or the mouth. I don't know. Don't look down their mouth. I mean, that is brutal, folks. That's awful. And this show doesn't really have a format. So I just like to kind of just hit shit you know, randomly. That's some funky stuff right there, isn't it? That is, if you're a fish and you see that coming, it's probably going to be a bad day. That's right, 3-star. He does not like to be called the penguin. He likes to be called the killer. Yeah, the killer from Manila. I don't even know, dude. That's awful. Penguins are so cute. Anyway, I just thought that was hilarious. I couldn't help myself. I saw that yesterday and thought, I need to share that because I don't know if everybody's even seen that, right? But yeah, that's awful. I've known some people that look like that when they're yelling at you, coming at you. You know what that is? That is
disgusting.
More time.
Disgusting.
That's gross. Anyway, all right. All the fun. It's not all the fun we're going to have tonight. I got some good pictures for y'all. I got some good memes, good videos. Anyway, so I hope everybody's doing good out there. I hope y'all have had a great week so far into the weekend. I know, depending on where you are in the country, cold snap, got snow where you don't usually have snow. Obviously, fires where you normally have fires. Seem rather unprepared for that event, it seems, oddly enough. So tonight there was a wildfire briefing with Trump, and it was kind of a roundtable discussion. Now, discussions with Trump are not always really discussions. They're kind of one-sided a lot of times, which depending on how you fall or just as entertainment can be quite entertaining. He's not afraid to cut somebody off. He's also not afraid to give credit where credit is due, as well as give credit to himself. But man, oh man, there was it was quite the briefing. And so I just want to give you guys an idea. And I'm not going to really play any video, and I just want to go too deep into it, but I did want to just kind of give y'all an idea of kind of how this went. It was funny. Okay. I'm just going to say it was funny. Just watching it. It was entertaining because he's holding these people to task in Los Angeles. He's holding these people to task who a local government that failed their population. It's not unusual out there. It's not unusual in America. It happens. And all different fronts. We could all agree, regardless. Very many different fronts that our local officials fail us time and time again. And I think that's where you can make a difference in your city, in your town. Is that your local officials, federal level is really difficult. But nonetheless, this meeting did have Karen Bass, who we've gone over, the mayor of LA, Brad Sherman, Judy Chu. And he kind of Trump came to tour the Pacific Palisades and Eaton and just kind of look over everything, flew over it, kind of saw the devastation. Yes, he is a grandstander. I'm not going to deny that. But man, boy, he is funny. I don't think Newsom was there. Burner phone. I don't think he was. At least not that I could tell. But there was a lot of questions. Evidently, Trump is wanting to get rid of FEMA. Now, a lot of people may say, well, how could you do that? Why would you want to do that? We'll see. I think less government is better than more government, right? And most of us would agree. And because more government, creates people sucking off the teat of the government. And we need less of that. We need more self-responsibility, more self-sustainability. And I think that's very important. And I think most of us would agree with that. And Dreadnought K6 just joined in the chat, baby. Love to see you, man. And yes, Beer says he was on the tarmac waiting to greet Trump, but not in that meeting with Mayor Bass. So Newsom was there. And I kind of joined that late. I got clued in kind of late to it. So in between joining Shane and Woody and those guys on the same time hangout and trying to grab a bite to eat and stuff like that, I kind of missed a lot of it. But what I did catch was really actually funny. It's sad. At the same time, you can't deny, the guy is pretty funny. But it says right here, he arrived after meeting California Governor Gavin Newsom at the airport. See more on that below, and we shall. Now, this article is from Deadline. Just wanted to grab one, pull it. Pacific Palisades Fire Station is where this roundtable was held. Did not talk of placing conditions on federal aid. As he had suggested earlier in the day, he did warm to the idea that a special master should be appointed, a czar, or whatever you want to call it, president, who cares, appointed to supervise federal dollars. And I think that's crucial. I think we need to know where the money's going. We need to know where this federal money is going to help people, because it doesn't always get where it needs to go, right? And it's misused often. Bobby Wold is in the chat too. Says Trump was out here during the northern fires and warned Newsom on about all that stuff that could potentially lead to big fire, just like what happened. So that's someone speaking from the region. You know, I've talked to another person from that region. These are not sentiments that are in the shadows. You know, I'm not saying that everybody voted for or follows or cares about every policy, but these are things that have been talked about for decades. And it is true. He did talk about these things years ago. And Clint Jorgensen says Trump was on fire, not literally, in California today. And he was. It was funny. And I hate to use that again, because sadly there are people affected. Rich, not rich, doesn't matter. You know, these are homes, these are memories, these are lives, these are pets, these are children, these are photos. You know, we all have our photos. We all have our memories of where we grew up. And it sucks to lose those things. You know, I can't imagine. It hasn't happened to me. I pray it hasn't happened to any of y'all. But it is devastating. And so let's say you are a movie star. Let's say you are a reporter on Entertainment Tonight, and you've worked your way up through the years. You have worked hard at your craft. You do what you can do. Yes, it's all about knowing people, being in the right place, and a little bit of that, a little of that. But bottom line is, you've worked hard. So you've made money. That's what we all strive for. Not all of it, but you get my point. So to lose things like that, right? Things can be rebought. Things can be rebuilt, although it's going to be difficult in that area. But memories, lifetimes, those are irreplaceable, right? And so that is devastating to people. And I don't look lightly on that. So nonetheless, yeah, he was on fire, so to speak, at this round table. And FEMA is one of his targets for sure. He said, Sabir says, what did FEMA do last year with states impacted by those November hurricanes, though? They did nothing. Exactly. Like, so Sabir knows what's up, right? Like, exactly. And so immediately when taking office, signing executive orders and getting this shit out to help those people who day to day, 48-hour notice, this and that, don't know what's going on, right? Yes, that's important. And Sabir, I agree, 100%. You know, and I got you here too with the autocorrect. Yeah, trust me, my phone has that too. But I got you. I knew exactly what you were talking about. I probably could have corrected it on the spot. Usually I'm pretty good for that. But yeah, Melania was laughing when Trump brought up a comment about lawyers, the lawyer lobby, so to speak, and how powerful they are. And Melania just started laughing. That was pretty funny. It was. But he was on fire, man. He was on fire, and he's holding. And I guess it's a terrible phrase to use, but he's holding people to it. He's holding their feet to it. And that's what's needed. You know, years of inaction, and now creates action. And for some, it can be overwhelming, and it can seem like it's just ridiculous, right? It can seem like it's, you know, oh my gosh, guys coming in, all barrels going, you know, but it's needed. It's needed. People need help. People need it. And I'm going to tell you something. Watch out for California in the next few years. Because you're gonna see some people swinging, and not in that way, but swinging to the other side in their voting. You know, everything's all fine and dandy when you're getting your way, and life is good, I guess, for you. But when things affect you, that's when change happens. You know, and that works for all people. It just does. We've seen that work to the detriment. We've also seen that work, obviously, to the positive. Sabir says Los Angeles decorated for Trump from the pics I saw today. He sent the stormtroopers into Chicago too, dealing with their shit that their mayor and goons allowed to happen over the years. Absolutely. Something has to be done. You cannot let the inmates run the asylum. Again, I don't want more government. But when action is needed, it's needed. And Sabir, here's the interesting thing. In 2020, when the summer of love was happening and cities were burning and there were autonomous zones everywhere that weren't even allowing paramedics and firefighters and shit like that, all the Dems didn't want the National Guard. But they were not in favor of the National Guard regulating looting and shit like that. But somehow in California, when all the rich people's homes start getting looted, they're in favor, right, of the National Guard being called in. So that's just one point that's easy to see, right? How easy it is to see that, yeah, when it's your shit burning down and when it's your shit getting stolen, then you care. But when it's those poor motherfuckers over there in Chicago, when it's those poor sons of bitches in Portland or wherever, when it's, no, how dare you call the National Guard? People should be allowed to steal $1,100 worth of shit and take it out of Walgreens without repercussion, without prosecution. But when it's your shit being stolen, oh, now the tables get turned. So the hypocrisy is just, it's palpable. Super palpable, right? And it's a shame that that's what it takes, but that's what it takes. And unfortunately, those with money do run the world. Every now and then, they need a wake-up call. There's shit. I mean, I'm not saying, hey, all for it. What I mean is, they need to see what it's like when normal people go through this shit. Life is great when you're making a few $1,000,000 a year and you live in a $4.7 million home. Your kids go to private school, right? You don't have to worry about buying groceries. You have an assistant to do that, right? Who gives a shit what the price of eggs are when you have an assistant picking up your fucking groceries? Nonetheless, those people need a little bit of humility. Unfortunately, the humility came in a really terrible way. And for that, I'm not pleased about. I don't enjoy that. That's not fun for anybody. But you get what I'm saying. Might have just got a message from my special guest. Let's see. No, not quite. Okay. Anyway, so let's get back to it. You guys are kind of fired up here in the chat, so I want to highlight some of this, man, because I do appreciate the interaction. Much needed, much wanted, and I love it. Spear also says he made Bass look useless. I agree. Clint says, and don't get me started how FEMA turns away help in Maui and the NC events, North Carolina. Exactly. Echoing Sabir's sentiments. And the Red Cross is a scam. Yes, we have found out that also to be true. Burner Phone 615 says, I hope people out there see the light. We know they are relocating in droves, and they are to my city. That's for sure. They are to my city and my state, and it's a fact. I just hope they leave their baggage at the border of their state. That's all I ask. I know a lot of them will tell you to your face they are, and turn around and pull the same shit here. I really hope that they're being honest about it. Bobby Wold says the Mayor Bass, when she was running, promised that she would never do trips abroad on taxpayer dollars. Yet she has done 4 of those. Yes, she did, and she has visited Fidel Castro. It's quite interesting, isn't it? Quite interesting. Yeah, Martha, Sabir, Martha. Yep, exactly. Listen, I ain't no preacher, baby. But I'll definitely get on a soapbox every now and then. Hypocrisy is their MO, Dreadnought. And No Time to Chat is in the house. I love this. Where is the legislation around insurance companies pulling out, or better yet, developers building in high brush fire locations with no ramifications? Hello? Again, at the round table tonight, Trump spoke about California allowing insurance companies to pull out, allowing all of this shit to go down and not working with them. And look, I'm not going to say insurance companies are the best thing. We've all had our run-ins. We all know what the hell. We all know the bullshit we have to put up with, whether that's health insurance, whether it's car insurance, okay, whether it's fire, flood, tornado, whatever, all right? It sucks. It's a necessary evil, unfortunately, but that could have been remedied in California, and they're paying the price for it. You have incompetent lawmakers, incompetent local leaders. You have an incompetent media helping these people facilitate their bullshit. Convincing and conniving people every fucking day. And the one thing I want to tell y'all too, here's the thing. The legacy media is pissed off. Legacy media, ABC, NBC, Fox, CBS, you name it. Right, left, libertarian, I don't give a shit. They're pissed. They're pissed at YouTube. They're pissed at authenticity. They're pissed at individual people. And they say, oh, you can't fact check. You don't have sources. Nobody believes the legacy media's sources anymore. Nobody believes the legacy media. Now, do I know people that watch Fox News all day? Yes, I do. That's fine. I would ask those people at the very least to exercise their own right to research, just as if someone who watches CNN all day. Exercise your ability and right to Google, to research, and even when you Google, look up the website that you're getting your information from, because a lot of them are owned by 1 or 2 or 3 companies. Look at where you're getting your information from. But my point is at least research and just know that, yes, I can listen to this pundit and this pundit on either side, but do your own fact checking, check your own sources, and also check independent people, as i.e. YouTube. I'm not a news person, okay? I'm not breaking news. I'm not bringing you guys anything. You don't need to go through me. I am by far the least or lesser person you should be going through to get any kind of news, and I know you don't. My point is, the reason why independent news organizations, other smaller news companies, YouTubers, and other people have gotten so popular is because they're authentic. Now, I'm not saying they're not opinionated, but my point is that people are gravitating that direction because it's authentic. And it's not slick production. It's not all the lighting rigs and the $150,000 camera in front of you. And it's not the teleprompter, even though I bought one. But it's not, you see what I'm saying? It's authenticity. And people love that. They gravitate towards it. That's what I do. That's why I'm on YouTube 24/7, because I'm looking for that authentic experience from someone. Even if they're just sharing their opinion, the bottom line is it's probably somebody that's just like me and just like you. They don't have a $175 haircut every 2 weeks. They don't have, somebody providing their wardrobe like you see in the credits after every news stream or every news show. Right? Even your local news. Their wardrobe's provided. They're not picking out their fucking suit and tie. Are you kidding me? It's picked out for them. Based on the day and the topic and you know what I mean? Like, this shit is to a science, folks. It's no joke. So my point is that, like, even y'all like tuning in just to listen to me talk about this stuff, I really appreciate, because it's authentic. I'm just giving you my opinion, but my point is that people are gravitating that direction. So when you see CNN having to restructure now, just recently restructure, laying off people, they're going to more digital content, they're laying off, having layoffs and all that kind of stuff. That's a byproduct of people not trusting them, and we have reason to not trust them. So my point is, again, if you watch those shows, you watch those people. I love Gutfeld. Dude's funny as shit. Jesse Waters, funny guy. I like him. He's good. Seems like a good dude, right? Nonetheless, I can't take everything they tell me as fact. I have to research it. I have to look it up on my own. And I encourage you to do the same. That's all I'm saying. Let's see here real quick, because I don't want this chat just to fall behind. Let's see. Matthew Madsen in the house. A little moderation going on here. Look at that wrench, baby. Hope you're enjoying more than you are wrenching. Was watching D-Day Cobra. Never got a notification. Even kept refreshing. I apologize for that. I don't know what I could do about that. But hey, look, I was watching D-Day Cobra too before I went on, so I'm with you. D-Day Cobra, for those of you, he is a huge Trump supporter. But D-Day Cobra, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, that guy's he made $20,000 in super chats on election night. $20,000 in super chats. He is in the top 5 of YouTube every day, every week. Top 5. More than Asmongold, more than all the big YouTubers in super chat donations every week. But he follows it every night. He does a stream called D-Day Cobra. And it's funny. They're funny. They're good guys. Yes, he's a big Trump supporter, but it is funny. And so if you enjoy getting news, your independent news from someone else with an opinion, that's not a bad way to go. Very funny. Good guys. Sabir says, let's see, did anything ever happen with Lahaina in terms of FEMA helping those folks out? That I don't know, and that's something I may need to research for next week. Yeah, Dreadnought K6, you talking about Karen Bass visiting Trudeau's dad? Probably. Yes, No Time to Chat is in the house. Bobby Wold says, I wonder if Newsom's going to do his How Great California is Doing tours around the U.S. this year. He will, and if he tries to run for president, I have a feeling he's going to get absolutely buried 3 years from now. And see them tout California's economy is better under Newsom. Yeah, I agree, Sabir. It's embarrassing, right? It is embarrassing. Pop news, I wish, Dreadnought. Let's see. Trump gave an ultimatum to Cali through one, voter ID should be the rule of law. Period. Release the water flows to receive any federal funding 100%. And no, he's not playing patty cakes. And I'm glad that you got to it. I was going to, but I'm actually glad you did, because that makes it even easier for me. 100%. And I'm all for all that business. No Time to Chat. You can stalk me anytime, baby. Anytime. Love you. And your husband too. Girl. Nope, I didn't call you out there, did I? Anyway, but nonetheless, yeah. So that round table, it was actually very fun to watch. And here we have, it says Trump repeatedly expressed concerns that the process of clearing home sites would drag on in bureaucratic red tape. Of course it would. Permits, the whole 9 yards. Historical. California wants that land. They don't want those people to build back. Are you kidding me? Like, come on. It says Bass said that she had issued her own executive order. So Karen Bass can issue her own executive orders to cut through the red tape. Isn't it funny how people will cut through the red tape now that they feel like they're backed into a corner, when they could have cut all that shit years ago, months ago? Now, but got to keep that job. Sorry for my Zelda text tone, but it's blowing up. Let me cut this shit down. Sorry, y'all. It's going crazy. Oh, there we go. Let's see here. Okay, cool. My special guest, probably, folks, if you only saw the pictures I was seeing. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay. Anyway. If you only saw the pictures that I just saw. Wow. Anyway, so nonetheless, let's see. Bass said she'd issued her own executive order. We'll be able to go back soon. People will start clearing out their homes, their sites, and stuff like that. So says within a week, we think within a week, Trump said that's a long time. A week, to be honest. Everyone's standing in front of their house. They want to go to work. They're not allowed to do it, Trump said. Bass expressed concerns about safety. Trump responded, they're safe. They're safe. You know what? They're not safe now. They're going to be much safer. A week is actually a long time. So she's going to go toe-to-toe with the president of the United States. Evidently, she's going to hold her position. He says there's nothing to burn. There's nothing left to burn. Let these people go to their fucking houses. So let's watch this little back and forth, shall we?
Mayor, please.
Yes. First of all, let me just take the opportunity to officially welcome you to Los Angeles. Really appreciate you coming, and especially you come just a few days after your inauguration. So I want you to know that your presence here is very much appreciated. Let me also say that I know you had an opportunity to see the devastation. You've seen the extreme loss, the grief that people are going through here. And we are 100% committed to getting this neighborhood rebuilt again. You mentioned a couple of things in terms of us expediting. So I signed executive directives right away so that we could cut the red tape, we could get people back building as fast as possible, and we're going to continue doing that.
Mayor, the one thing is they are saying they will not be allowed to start for 18 months.
No, that will not be the case.
Okay, I just hope
that
you're
will
right.
Not, you can hold me to it.
There's 4 groups said that. And
no.
That would be, they should be able to do it. They should be able to start tonight.
You get that shit? They should be able to start tonight. So what's the holdup? Of course they're going to say safety. Of course they're going to say there's nothing left. Let people go to their property and sift through their stuff and try to piece their life back to fucking together. I mean, this woman is a disgrace. Gavin Newsom is a disgrace. It is a failure of the local state leaders of the state of California. And we've all known it for a long time. And then when shit like this happens, what do? Like, what do? They literally backtrack and try to save their asses, save their jobs when they've done a shitty job. It's a fucking disgrace. I mean, come on. What kind of... Okay, so what moderation do we have going on in here, Matthew? I need to know. Dreadnough's comment's not that bad. And this is a Friday night unfiltered stream, so I am a little more lax than Tuesday night. Just to let you know. I'm not, I'm not gonna... Look, the pop culture streams I watch have far, far harsher comments that are read on air in super chats. So let's not get too crazy with it, all right? So nonetheless, we're gonna see Karen Bass probably not I hope not get reelected. Hopefully we'll see Gavin Newsom disappear in front of our eyes. I'd love to see that happen. Okay. I just want to make sure. Matthew, my bad. And of course it is hard trying to keep up and everything. But as long as you guys are cool, I'm cool. You know what I mean? And just to highlight Dreadnough's comment, which I did find funny, just like me, and I'm guessing, I'm joking about, there's a few things going on back and forth here, whatever. Yeah, I love the comment. Conspiracy nut with a 1.5-inch penis out there, not bragging, by the way. You sound like me making a joke at work, my friend. Trust me. That is a joke, and I have a couple people in here that would probably back me up on that. You sound just like me, buddy. But yeah, so good. A lot of you guys are playing nice. I'm good with that. But I know there are some words or some things, just to let you guys know, YouTube is very, very, not free speech friendly to an extent. And I am very pro free speech. I am a free marketplace of ideas. I like all of it. But yes, there are certain things they do not like. So just know that I do have a few words that are preloaded into my YouTube account that will block. You could probably guess what those words are, and I think they should be blocked. Joe Fan 84 just subbed. Hey man, I appreciate it, brother. Like, thank you so much, and I really do. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Matthew, talking about D-Day Cobra, just to go back just a little bit, he was the #1 podcast in Inauguration Day. Look, if you get $20,000 in super chats on election night, you're doing something. People like what you do. It's fascinating, but he is really good at what he does, and I appreciate it. One day I hope to meet him. Been some inspiration for me in certain ways, that's for sure, and he is an Alabama fan, so roll Tide. Nonetheless, all right, so I don't want to get you down. I want to bore you guys. Joe Fan 84 says, I wish Melania would run for president after this and appoint Trump as an advisor so we can get 4 years of Trump, then 8 years of her, which is Trump, or when Barron gets older. We'll see. JD Vance can take JD Van Halen is what I call him. JD Van Halen. I saw that earlier and I really like that. JD Van Halen, baby. Diamond David Lee Vance. Graf is in the house. They gave her a really low chair. Yeah, they did actually. And just to prove that point, we'll put it back on screen again. No, she's just really that short. Stature and in competence, actually, as well. But anyway, so it was entertaining. I implore you guys, go back, watch some of that Firehouse Roundtable. Trump is an entertaining guy, whether you like him or you don't. It's yeah, Joe Fan, her name's Karen, that's for sure. Graf looks like she's a Muppet, top torso only. God, there's so many. But anyway, my point is that go back and watch it. Just check it out. Do your own research. Look it up. What you like, what you don't like. It is entertaining. It truly is entertaining. And he also was holding these people to task. And someone should. No one in that state is holding people to task. And it is quite amazing, folks. As soon as he got elected and visits out there, the number of people at that round table, yep, some of them don't like him, and you can tell. But you can also see how people flip the script real quick, and all of a sudden they start talking to him. And they start going, thank you, sir. Thank you, President, for your help, and blah, 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 blah. And I guarantee you, 75 days ago, they were probably talking mad shit about this guy. Burner phone, that's true. I mean, look, fuck LA, right? Months later, and West North Carolina's third world, FEMA blows. Yeah, so he's looking to do something about it. Look, you know my thoughts about Los Angeles. You know my thoughts about Hollywood. Me and Matthew don't make any bones about that. We've talked about it every Tuesday night. We'll talk about it again this upcoming Tuesday night, right? If she got voter ID'd, she may very well get big lead. But anyway, so yeah, I just want to bring that up. I didn't want to go too deep on you guys and go way into Trump. And look, moving forward in the future on this Friday night stream, you guys let me know, okay? And I want to welcome in the one and only, the lovely and talented Legend Series into the chat. What's going on, Legend Series? I'm glad you were dropping by. Say hello to Crown Fox Productions for me. Lovely lady, very funny, wonderful woman. Your wife, she is awesome, dude. I love listening to her talk too. That you guys' accent just kills me, as much as mine probably annoys you. but nonetheless, if you guys want me to cover more of this stuff moving forward, and you want to tune in for it, by all means, like I will. A couple stories every week, I'd love it. I'm all about it. So y'all just let me know. 3-star draw in the house. It says, I need an executive order for everyone to wear one of them Godfather ass hats. You talking about the one that Melania wore at the inauguration? She looked like she was about to pull a Tommy gun out from underneath her dress or her coat. That shit was awesome. Yeah, Dreadnought, being a Bama fan, is how I knew Jeremy was gay. He'd approve that statement. Yes, he would. And obviously, you've watched him, so I know you know. Yeah, a little political stuff to start out, but we're going to move away from that. We're going to get into some more fun topics. I know that's not for everybody. I know Hollywood's not for everybody, but it is part of what I'm interested in. Hopefully you are too a little bit. I'll bring you a little news here and there. But I like to have a little fun on a Friday night. And I've got some funny ass pictures, and I got some funny ass videos, and possibly a special guest joining me. We'll see. May or may not make it on time. We'll see. We'll find out. Has a history of that kind of shit, evidently. Matthew Matson says Vance is going to be the busiest VP in history. Glad he's so young. I agree. That is a definite advantage for him, instead of him being in his 60s. My bad. Dreadnought, shoot. I got to be nice to Karen Bass. She's a bad bitch. Perfect height for scissoring. You are a madman. You know that? You are a madman. It's beer. I love it. Active, baby. They got former mayor of Poop Town, San Fran, out without voter ID, so maybe she's already lost due to this wildfire situation in SoCal. It's possible. We'll see. We'll see. There are going to be repercussions from this nonetheless. And Joe Fent says they're sucking up to him now. Yeah, it was obvious at this round table. Trust me. Obvious when you go back and look at some of the highlights. It's really good. Again, I implore you to do it. It's entertainment for sure. Says they want to keep their position, so they flip the script with who can keep them in their cozy spot. That's true. And sometimes it does work. Sometimes it does work. That's for sure. And I hate to say that. Matthew, by the way, saying she looked like the Joker. I will say this. You and I, and just to give y'all a preview for Tuesday night, if you're interested, we are going to go over the Oscar nominations. They're not that interesting. Truth be told. The Razzie nominations. Now that is where I'm at. If you don't know what the Razzies are, those are awards for the worst performances, worst picture, worst director, worst supporting, worst everything. The Razzies is going to be a hell of a lot more fun than the Oscars, and we're going to go over that Tuesday night. I'm going to make it up to Matthew, since I missed this past Tuesday. I'm going to make it up to him with something fun, and the Razzies is going to be a fun topic to talk about. Yeah, Graf, I'd say she's probably packing heat. Listen, we all get that, and I love it. I'm here for it. Love the joke. I'm all about it. I'm not wearing cargo pants and Doc Martens, although I used to wear both, to round out that fedora and Marty McFly ensemble. This is my Herbie Hancock. It's my Herbie Hancock vest. Anyway, so yeah, Daredevil Day says, okay, done with the bullshit, now I'm all ears. Well, then you might have showed up the right time, because if you weren't into politics, then you probably would not have wanted to sign into this. But anyway, yeah, this is my rocket. Yeah, 3-star draw, got it. Anyway, okay, Daredevil Dave's in the house, so that means that everything is right in this world. All right, so anyway, we brought a little bit of that to you. I just wanted to kind of go over it. I did want to bring up one other story. It's not as serious, or could be. God, I actually have a bunch of them saved. I don't want to kill you guys, but I'll go through quickly. Let's see. Trump declassifying the John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King documents. Robert Kennedy. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Hopefully we'll get to see some information. I think that unfortunately it's far too late if there's any consequence at all, because all those people are dead. And that's why it took so long. I'd be curious to look through, pour over this information. I think it will make an interesting stream to go through the John F. Kennedy information that has been declassified and being released. Martin Luther King as well. I think that is interesting. I'd like to know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe! Would you like to know more? You guys know what movie that's from. Viper Scout's in the house. What's up, Viper Scout? Good to see you, my friend. And yes, post the Brittany Griner ones I sent you. Give me a second. I've some saved. I get a lot of memes you guys send me. And again, I apologize on Instagram in particular. I am a horrible Instagram friend. And I have the app. I check it. It's just there might be a day or two that goes by. And then all of a sudden I look and there's like 25 different video memes. And so I'm terrible. And it's because I don't post pictures and stuff on Instagram. So I'm terrible about that. Absolutely terrible about it. Yes, ding, 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 baby Starship Troopers in the house. 3-star draw says that shit I need from Trump. Declassify all that shit. The UAP stuff too. JFK was always supposed to be declassified this year. Yeah, give me the unidentified, what's it called? Unidentified air, whatever. Let's just call it shit UFOs, okay? Let's not kid ourselves. We all know that shit is UFOs. We're all old enough here, folks. We don't need new terms and terminology and shit. Yeah, 9/11 even. I'm interested. YouTube, definitely. Yeah, the Island Black Book should have been out a long time ago. The Island Black Book should have been out a long time ago, folks. And you know what I have to say to that?
Do it. Do it.
Release that shit.
Do it. Do it.
Sons of bitches. So anyway, Trump declassifying that. I'm interested. I'm all in. I hope you are too. I'm 100% all in on that. And I've always been interested in the Kennedy assassination, the Robert assassination, and Martin Luther King. All three at a crucial time in this country, and I've always been interested in that. I did find it interesting that Representative Jamie Raskin claimed he and the rest of the January 6th committee members were pardoned because they're innocent, while the January 6th people that were given tours of the Capitol that day were pardoned because they're guilty. Right? Isn't it funny how the politicians and the people, in the January 6th committee, being pardoned, January 6th committee pardoned because they're innocent, but those people who got a guided tour of the Capitol, now I'm not talking about the violent ones, I'm not talking about the people that assaulted and attacked, okay? Let's not be stupid. But isn't it funny? It's fascinating to hear these people sometimes talk about how, just like the Biden pardons. Okay. Before Trump left office in 2021, it was speculated he would be pardoning his family. It was speculated he'd be pardoning all kinds of people related to his evilness and his business dealings and all the evil things he'd done. But that didn't happen. But everybody called for it, right? Everybody called for it. They said he's going to do it because they're all guilty. And he said, well, we're not guilty. And so, no, I'm not going to issue pardons for my family. I'm not going to issue pardons for anyone because we have nothing to be worried about. And then turn around just a few days ago, and it's celebrated that Biden pardoned the January 6th committee, his entire fucking family, his son, on top of some really bad pardons that I went over a few weeks ago with you guys. And it was as if the same people, they're speaking almost the same word. It's amazing to hear the same people who were talking shit about Trump in 2021 and speculating he's going to pardon all these people. And obviously they're guilty. But then when Biden pardons his whole family and the January 6th committee and all these other people and Fauci and all shit, they don't say the same shit. It's funny how that works, isn't it? Quite funny how all that works. Yeah. The mob in conjunction with the CIA, definitely with the JFK stuff, and I can't wait. And I did say Starship Troopers, no time to chat, and I better see you this weekend, damn it. You, your son, and your husband. Graf says those space bugs don't dare invade California. They love eating insects down there. Yes, they do. And I just saw an article the other day trying to convince me eating meat is going to kill our population. Eating meat is a terrible thing. We need to start looking into the bug population to get our proteins. Can you fucking imagine? What a fucking disaster. These motherfuckers. There's some weird ass motherfuckers out there, folks. Let's not kid ourselves. Exactly. You will eat bugs and you'll like it. You'll also own nothing and like that too. Anyway, and yes, Bear says deleted everything. So yeah, innocent, right? Yeah, man. So anyway, Representative Raskin is, he thinks that those January 6th tourists they were pardoned because they're guilty. But the January 6th committee, well, they're pardon because they're innocent. Isn't it funny? Anyway, so I do have this story real quick. We're going to blow through these. And this came out just, I want to say maybe just yesterday, day before. But we've heard about the ICE crackdowns. I guess we got a little more politics than I anticipated tonight. That's okay. If you guys are still with me, I'm still with you. Because I love you. And I really do appreciate you for hanging out. So this is a sneak peek we embedded exclusively with ICE Boston today as they targeted egregious criminal aliens. 8 arrests, multiple MS-13, Interpol red notices, murder and rape suspects, a volatile Haitian gang member with 18 convictions in recent years who told our cameras he ain't going back to Haiti. Funk Trump, Biden forever. Or Funk Trump for that matter. I'd love a Funk Trump. Funky Trump. I get down. A Funk Trump. All right. Anyway, ICE has been on the, evidently been on the rampage here recently. We see the pictures here. Just a few. Oh, that guy's not happy. That is a very not happy gentleman right there. That's a face only a mother could love. Is it not? Holy Jesus. Yeah, he's not happy at all. And we can't see how unhappy this guy is because obviously what a terrible face to have. That's a horrible accident. Have your face blurred like that. It must have been a horrible gas explosion or like snake eyes or, you know. And then this guy, it's an awful mask. It's a terrible mask there. Nice houses in the background though. Look at those. Triple deckers, baby. Nice neighborhood this gentleman was living in. Or selling drugs in. Who knows? But anyway, so yeah. ICE has been on the rampage. However, it said that arrests were actually lower than in 2017 when the same thing was kind of going on. Yeah, Daredevil Dave. Hey, I love it. Way better than reading a book to fall asleep to. Keep on listening then, baby. Keep on listening. A little private convo there. Graf says, if you watch the Kamal interview on Club Shay Shay, and I do like Club Shay Shay, there are a couple. Cat Williams, I advise everyone to watch Cat Williams on Club Shay Shay. That shit is funny as shit. There's several moments where she snap licks her own eyeball to keep it hydrated. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Oh, God.
Vagina.
Wait, what? The hell? Where the hell did that shit come from?
Vagina.
Wait, hold on. Who's got control of my damn mouse? Get back here, you son of a bitch. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what just happened. There's Kamala talk came up, and next thing I know is somebody was talking about Kamala. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't even know what to say. Sorry. Kamala drives me crazy every time I hear that name. Anyway, so oh Lord. All right. So anyway, here we go. Let's see. I'm only going to pull one or two more. Only going to pull one or two more to share with you guys. And then we're going to get into some fun stuff. Let's get into some fun stuff. Let's lighten the mood. That's what I'd rather do. But I did want to share this. This was a funny kind of meme that I saw. This is actually a guy that's Honduran, Memology 101. He's Antonio Chavez now, but Memology 101, if you know him. This was something that he actually posted the other day, and I thought this was pretty funny. Mexican pride, make America Mexico again. Fuck you putos, viva Mexico. Okay, buddy, back to Mexico you go. OMG, no, this is unfair. Don't send me to Mexico. OMG, no, my life is ruined. It's from someone who gets it, right? Memology 101, folks. That's some good shit. Rules for radicals. Yeah, no kidding. Anyway, but yes, no, I'm with you, Dreadnought. Look, yeah, some stuff left in the chat for algorithm purposes, 100%. Yeah, I'm with you. But yes. So, yeah, that Club Shay Shay Cat episode, Sabir, that's some funny shit, man. You guys should definitely go back and look at that stuff. It's pretty good stuff. But I know we all saw the story about the bishop, the bishop chastising Trump and Vance and their wives at the service the other day. I know we've all seen that, so I'm not gonna make you relive that. But you know, I think that's someone who knew what they were doing and took advantage of the situation and thought, you know what, I'm gonna become a celebrity. It's quite amazing that someone would take advantage of that situation, and such a holy person, you know, someone who's not supposed to think about selfishness and self-righteousness in taking advantage of situations. So I thought that was interesting that bishop would just decide to pick that moment to talk about immigrants and gay, trans, and chastise the president of the United States at the first service. Goes to show you everybody's got an agenda, right? I did find this video too, posted by the same gentleman, Antonio Chavez, Memology 101, and I thought this was actually pretty good. And the reason I thought this was pretty good because, you know, a lot of times people reduce immigrants to the lowest common denominator. They talk about who's going to garden your house, who's going to clean your sheets, who's going to fix your room at the hotel, who's going to cook your food and bus your tables. Isn't that a shitty way? Isn't that a shitty way to describe people that you so deeply care about? Liquid Identity 101 in the house. Isn't that just a shitty way to describe people? You deeply care about immigrants and what their thoughts are and their well-being, and yet you reduce them to a common denominator. And this is exactly what this person is doing right here. Let's take a listen, shall we?
No more Mexican food. No more cornbread. No more fucking tomatoes. No more chili peppers. No more chocolate. No more corn. No more avocado toast and spa water. No more vacations in Latin America.
Okay.
No more going to our beaches. You hate us so goddamn much, then you're not allowed to love our culture. You're not allowed to love our lands. Have a motherfucking day.
So that's somebody who doesn't obviously get it, right? Doesn't understand the point. This has nothing to do with enjoying culture. This has nothing to do with enjoying others' culture or food or country or beaches. This has everything to do with people illegally fucking entering a country and putting a burden on the current taxpayers who have to pay for their fucking emergency room visits every day. Or pay for their jail stay. You know, folks, let me tell you, in my area, it's almost 100% of the wrong way on the interstate fatality accidents. Look up the last name. I'm just saying. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. Every night I drive home, get to where I live, I usually see 2 or 3 cars without headlights at 11 o'clock at night. And sometimes they pull in the same gas station I pull into. The same gas station I pull into, you might hear 10 different languages. I don't care. I come in, I get my business, buy my smokes, get my Mountain Dew, whatever the fuck I'm getting, get my gas. But my point is, go ahead and look up the Nashville fatality accident reports. Wrong way on the interstate, running a red light, Wrong way on a one-way street. Do the research. Do the research. This ain't the only city, folks. It's all over the place. That's why this is important. It has nothing to do with jalapeno peppers in the Latin beaches. Nothing to do, yes, 3-star, and fucking hit and runs. And you think I'm kidding? I'm being fucking dead serious. Look this shit up. Every fucking time I pull my phone up. Every fucking time. And I look at someone who drove the wrong way on the fucking interstate for 3 goddamn miles and killed a mother and child. Read the story. You tell me. It's bullshit. I've been talking about that shit for years. I have no problem with people coming to America. That's what people did 100 years ago. More than that. More than that. Than that. But the bottom line is you have to have regulation, you have to have rules, and you have to have some sense of it can't be open warfare on your fucking borders just because. I don't care if you're France. I don't care if you're Germany. Look overseas. Look at what's happening in these countries. Okay? I'm sorry, folks. You can't have it because it burdens the people who already live there. And think about the people, think about the person who it took them 20 years to become a U.S. citizen. Start a business. Take the fucking tests. All that shit. Did it legally. The hard fucking way. Do you think that person, that family is happy with people who just, by the tens of thousands? Everything you did for the last 15 years to become a U.S. citizen is turned to shit because of that. So, nonetheless, this lady has it wrong. And I dare say her sentiments are not echoed by many, especially those who live here, pay their taxes, work their jobs, feed their families, buy their toys. You get it, right? I love people, man. I love people. But come on. Right? Yeah, the bigotry of low expectations. 100%. Yeah, you guys are bouncing around in that chat. But yes, Clint, the illegal immigration issue is supported by both sides equally. 100%. It will come out how much churches support illegals. Yes, but when you have the federal government paying hotel chains and giving out $500 Visa vanilla gift cards to people who literally just crossed over and got bused to a city. Can you imagine what it does to a small town in East Tennessee when you all of a sudden set up shop with 2,500 fucking people out of nowhere that don't speak your language, that don't know your customs, that don't give a shit about your customs or your language? What, you know what that does to a community? Let's not kid ourselves. I mean, seriously. Women drivers. Yeah. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys a story quickly, very quickly about women drivers and boy drivers and the court system in here in Tennessee. So I have a regular, multimillionaire guy, made a lot of money in the tech business. I'll tell you something really funny. This doesn't have to do with illegal immigration, but it will give you some insight into how judges think. Now, this judge is in his 70s here in Nashville, Tennessee. And there was a divorce hearing, and it was 50-50 dividing up property. Everything was copacetic. But there's one clause, and now we're talking about dividing up houses, multiple cars, millions of dollars at stake here, millions of dollars at stake. There's one clause in the divorce contract that both parties agreed upon. They have 2 twin daughters. When those twin daughters turned 16, both parties agreed they would go equally in on a car, and they would go equally in on the insurance, 50-50, all the way across the board for their twin girls. However, in the court documents, because they're minors, they're listed by their initials. The initials were MM. Both girls, MM. but they're girls. But the judge didn't know that. So the judge, in the middle of divorce court, with 30 other people in the courtroom, said to the father, okay, so I have an issue here. You have a clause that both of you are going to go in equally, 50-50, on a car for both kids, both children, and the insurance for both children. But I'm not sure I want to approve this clause. And so the lawyer was like, well, I'm not sure, Judge. I don't understand why you wouldn't approve it. They both agree on it. Both parties agree on this clause. And the judge said, well, the kids are listed by initials. Are they boys or girls? The lawyer said, well, they're twin girls. And the judge said, well, then I'm going to approve this joint venture, because if they were boys, they'd want a high-powered car and would probably get into a lot of accidents. If they were boys, I wouldn't approve this clause that was agreed upon by both parents. But because it's girls, I'll agree on the equal sharing of purchasing cars and insurance for the children. That's the kind of backward-ass stupid shit that's going on in your fucking court system right now. And that's just in divorce court, folks. Let alone all the other bullshit that's going on. Yes, I was talking about Asian drivers and women drivers. Let's not kid ourselves. Liquid Identity says uninvited guests that don't leave, crash the party, and still want to sleep on your couch. And boy, have I known a few of them. I might have been one of those back in the day. Ha ha! Just fucking around. Everybody wanted me. All right, so look, that's enough. We know TikTok got restored, right? We got no, TikTok's good. We're good there. A little bit of a reprieve. So let's get off of this. Let's get off this shit. Let's get to some fun shit, right? Let's get to some fun shit. Got a little Hollywood news. 3-star draw. Here's a story that I wanted you to know about, and maybe you guys are interested in. Do you remember the movie Labyrinth? Y'all remember the movie Labyrinth? Not everybody at once. Grindr's super gay. Did I just say that? All right, David Bowie, yes. 3-star draw, yes. No blasphemy. Jennifer Connelly was my puberty too. Liquid Identity, no. Part 2. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I got a story for you. If you thought it couldn't get any worse, but also kind of better, depends on what you think. Matthew and I are going to talk about it too. I'm not giving you all my thoughts tonight because I want to know his. Robert Eggers, Nosferatu director, has been set for the Labyrinth sequel at TriStar. That's right. If you saw Nosferatu, Lighthouse, 100% Dreadnought, Jennifer Connelly, still look good to this day. Top Gun Maverick, prayers. She's fire. Robert Eggers is set to direct the get the fuck off my screen Labyrinth sequel at TriStar. Oh boy, 3-star. You couldn't have put it any better. Requiem for a Dream is my dream. Wait, let me rephrase that for a second. With Jennifer Connelly. Well, even let me rephrase that again, right? Like, only that. Ass to ass. Anyway, yep, I'm with you, Dreadnought. It's sequels and prequels and threequels and inner tweakles and the chipmunk squeakquels, whatever the fuck that means. Yeah, moving along. Yeah, Robert Eggers set for the Labyrinth sequel at TriStar. He's set to direct Labyrinth, the sequel. I don't even know what you do with that. I don't know where you go with that. I don't even know if there's books been made. I really don't know. It is a sequel rather than a remake. As much as I like Labyrinth, and I'm not going to lie to you, I do like that movie, as goofy as it is. And yes, Jennifer Connelly is fire as she is. No, Dreadnought. It could. Yes, that could be true. It could be a Star Wars movie. That could be true, Dreadnought. You know what I mean? Like it could. Let's not kid ourselves. But as 3-Star Draw says, I'm interested in this though. It could be done right. It could be, and I like Robert Edgar's style. I like Nosferatu. Matthew likes The Lighthouse. Correct me if I'm wrong. He has a very interesting style, and I think for the Labyrinth, it could be something interesting. Again, I also implore every single one of you, see Nosferatu. It's really good. It's really good. It's slow burn, as they call it, but it's worth it. It's really good. It's well written. It's well acted. It's well directed. Cinematography is fantastic. Sound design is fantastic. And it damn sure should beat out Emilia fucking Perez for an Oscar. What a joke. We'll get into that. More so Tuesday. But anyway. But yeah, so I just thought I'd be curious to what y'all thought about that. Obviously, I don't think it's going to have anybody. Obviously, it's not going to have David Bowie. That'd be quite a feat. But Jennifer Connelly, I doubt it. I mean, it is a sequel, so she could be brought back. Goblin King would have to be changed. Infant Brother could be explored. Wait, yikes, that sounds terrible. Fuck that. Strike that. Strike that comment. Holy moly. But anyway, so yeah, I thought that was a little interesting. The Labyrinth sequel, okay, wasn't expecting that to come out of Hollywood. I did see where Star Wars, the Daisy Ridley Star Wars, that's still going. That's still a thing. Oh, evidently it is, because they enlisted a new writer, Ocean's 12. The scribe behind Ocean's 12. Doesn't that make you feel real confident about Star Wars? The guy who wrote the script to Ocean's 12 is going to be writing the Daisy Ridley Star Wars movie. Gosh, that just has such a great ring to it, folks. Ooh. We already have a documentary feminist female filmmaker making the movie, who's never been given this much money to make anything in her life, but somehow has been entrusted with a $250-400 million budget to make the next Star Wars film. Daisy Ridley Star Wars film. But now we have a scribe who's written one of the greatest movies of all time, ladies and gentlemen, Ocean's 12. From the scriptwriter of Ocean's 12 comes a story about redemption. Daisy Ridley stars as Rey Skywalker. It is so stupid. God damn it. Can we not? What happened to the things we love? What happened? They got stolen, pissed on, burned on fire, and then nobody would even piss on it to put it out. God damn it. This fucking sucks. Damn, Daisy. What are you even doing? I don't even know what this fucking picture is. This is just terrible. This is terrible. Oh, boy. What are you going to do? Dreadnought says, I want to support and get excited for shit I lived growing up. But most in charge of the IPs are complete fucking morons. I agree. Who deserve the trading places treatment. Make them all trailer park poor. Yeah, it just... No one's asking for this. Like, who asked for this? Did somebody literally say, you know who would be great to write this? The guy who wrote Ocean's 12. Yes, that's the energy we need. Sweet baby Jesus. Let alone, did anybody need Daisy Ridley rescuing the Jedi Order? Obviously, Luke Skywalker turned into a fucking cuck. Good God. Yeah, what happened? The things we love. I've got some comic panels to share with you guys here in a few minutes, too. Just to show you what happened to comic books, in case you're curious. Got a couple comic panels. Daisy Ridley and Jennifer Connelly in Requiem for a Dream 2. Yes, I am interested. 100%. I'm interested. Dreadnought K6. Yes, it will bomb. Okay. I'm going to share with you guys another story. I can go too deep in it, but I got to alert you to it. James Gunn shares first look of Millie Alcock as Supergirl's Kara Zor-El as filming begins. Thrilled to see the camera roll. Supergirl is here to stay. Here's the tweet right here. Thrilled to see the cameras roll. Supergirl, Craig Gillespie at the helm. Phenomenal. Millie Alcock, don't even know who the hell that is. As our Kara Zor-El, Craig brings an incredible sensibility to the story, and Millie is every inch. Okay, every inch. Unique words. The unique Supergirl envisioned by Tom King. Fuck. Tom King. Thank you, James Gunn. You're wonderful. Tom King. Look it up. Anyway, here's our first look at Supergirl, and it's the back of her fucking head. Wonderful. Love it. Thanks. What a look. Anyway, Matthew and I are going to go over that a little bit on Tuesday. Kind of talk about it a little bit. Just kind of, you know, we're going to bat it around a little bit. So hopefully that'll be entertaining for you guys Tuesday night. Millie Alcock, though, she was in House of the Dragon, which I do love. So I'm there. I'm there for it. I'm there for it. So you guys may be interested in the new Diddy doc. Yeah, that's right. There's a Diddy doc. Diddy doc coming out on, I think it's on Max. Let's see, Discoveries, The Fall of Diddy series airs January 27th, 28th, and will stream on Max and Discovery Plus at the same time. Well, lucky us. Sean Diddy Combs Insider survivors share terrifying stories in ID docuseries. This man is thick. He ain't the only one, folks. That shit runs deep. That shit runs deep. The new investigation Discovery docuseries, The Fall of Diddy, has drawn from Combs' inner circle and apparent survivors to offer up a series of allegations of assault, abuse, and violence at the hands of the billionaire music and fashion mogul. Those claims about violent behavior and illegal activity against Combs come as he sits behind bars at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn and awaits his trial, and it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna get real ugly. But if you guys are interested, on January 27th and 28th on Max and Discovery Plus, yes, you too. And I went down a rabbit hole, folks. I went down a rabbit hole of watching these Diddy tapes and files and people coming out speaking and this and that. I did for like 2 days. So they do all the work for you. So if you like checking it out, P. Diddy. Let's see here. Yeah, F to Tom King and the CIA recruiter asshole. I agree with you. Yeah, 3-star, the sensationalist documentaries, but they have to capitalize. Although they did take a long time on the OJ thing, right? And then we got like a couple of them. They did take their time on that. That's for sure. But nonetheless, yeah, look, I will tell you this. It is a fascinating story. It is about rich people being able to do whatever the fuck they want. And and get away with it for a long time. And I do find that interesting because you're talking about people who have so much money that they are invincible until they're not. And then you find out all the other stuff. You know what I mean? And it is interesting. This is not going to end well for Diddy. I don't think so. There's been some serious accusations, and it's going to cost him probably his entire fortune to fight him if he doesn't even get convicted and spend time behind bars. Kim Kardashian back in the news again. I got to tell you. All right? I like the pictures. Ain't gonna lie. My question to y'all is, would or would not? Would or would not? Anyway, the reason I brought this story up is because no other reason than look at these photos. Okay? Launched the gallery for Kim Kardashian. I want you to look at the photos behind her. Okay? Now that's going to be hard for some of y'all to do. And I just wonder, I'm guessing this is the bathroom walk-in closet. I don't really know, but look at the background of these photos. Just because there's like weird shit going on. So you got like obviously the shower there, right? You know, but then you got some kind of cabinets in the background and microphones and shit. Well, that's a good shot. I'll take that. Look at those chi-chis. Look at those chi-chis. Okay, look at those chi-chis. but behind her is like a cavalcade of rugs and hardwood floor, cabinetry, and I know I sound stupid talking about this, but I find it funny because, like, are those boots? Are those Uggs back there? Is that like newspaper on the ground? Just this yellow fucking rug. Like, you think about these celebrities and the money and all that, and yet if you walked into their houses, chances are there's just shit everywhere. But I ain't gonna lie. I mean, come on. Let's not kid ourselves here, folks. Right? Let's not kid ourselves. But I happened upon this story, and then really I honestly was looking in the background. I'm like, is that a sink back there? Is that a sink? Is that a potted plant on the, are those mirrors up there? Like, what is all this shit back there behind, I mean, look, waist size, mercy, child, mercy. Mercy. Happy Valentine's Day to you, Kim. That's all I gotta say. But looking at the background, though, I'm like, there's some Uggs, or are those fake Uggs? Is that a fake shoe? It's back. It's there again. But then, that's some K-pop star. Whatever. She has no booty. But anyway, I'm like, what is going on in the background of Kim Kardashian's? Why would you, if you're going to take selfies, right? Like, you kind of got to know what's behind you when you take it and if you post it. And I just find it so funny that people just take these fucking pictures. And look, she's fire. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's not joke around. There's as if I was one of those rich motherfuckers, you had to kick your way through toys in my palace. Hey, I get that. Todd C, what's going on with you, buddy? Yeah, no, I'm with you, right? You'd have to kick a bunch of toys out of the way, but I would not kick Kim K out the way. I ain't gonna lie. Let her stick around for a couple days. But yeah, the backgrounds of some of these selfies I just find so funny. And it's it's quite interesting. Fashion Week in Paris, folks. Fashion Week in Paris. Y'all want to see some of the new fashions coming out? I found a TMZ article, and you will find some of these fashions fascinating from Paris. Fascinating. 100% dreadnought. So check this out. You guys are going to like this. You're going to love this. I know I did. Fashion statement. See the wacky looks. 2025 Paris Fashion Week. Let's launch the gallery, shall we? Okay, what the fuck is this? What is this? Is this ET phone home? Like what is this? Agreed, Dreadnought. What is this? This is fashion? This is fashion. The fingers are fashion. The fingertips are fashion. What the fuck is this? Oh my God. There you go. There you go. Let alone what he's wearing. But the fingers. That's fashion. That's Paris Fashion Week, folks. Here's a whole bunch of them. I thought those were mannequins, the first two guys. I thought they were mannequins. I honestly, truly did. But they're not. They're real. They're real people with weird hats and weird suits and weird shoes and weird fingers. But that's fashion for you. I'd like to figure out who's going to be wearing those. Cardi B, Cobra Commander showed up to Paris Fashion Week, ladies and gentlemen. Cobra Commander walking the runway, showed up, Paris Fashion Week. There he is. What the fuck? If I seen somebody walking down the street and that shit, I'm sorry, y'all, I would bust out laughing. And I'm pretty open-minded, but let's not kid ourselves, all right? It does look like Blackbeard's flag. That's true. Cardi B tardy. Here we go. Here we go. We have our classic resident alien. Got our classic resident alien. Paris Fashion Week 2025, folks. These are the hottest fashions coming at you. Look at those shoes. Look at those sneakers. Come on. The power of one. The power of two. The power of many. Right? What? I don't even know what to say to that. Like, you know what? I really want to go back to the Kim Kardashian photos at this point. Like, I really do. Because, I mean, then we get shit like this if we don't. This is the punishment, folks. This is the punishment of Paris Fashion Week. Which used to be cool, right? Oh, okay. We have our all-white Muslim friend. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, the lovely, the talented, magical, mysterious, oh so effervescent special guest tonight. He was late as fuck last night, and he's late as shit tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for War Chest Full of Fucking Toys. What's going on, buddy? What do you think about that? What do you think about this look? It's a Paris Fashion Week 2025. Would you wear this?
Would I wear that? If I was like doing a reenactment of some kind of weird chess game, I don't know. Fucking looks like a failed concept for Dune.
Did you see Cobra Commander showed up? Did you see Cobra Commander? Look, Cobra Commander showed up.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Dude, that fashion show shit is so fucking stupid.
Shit is so weird. I love it because it is so dumb.
Looks like some dumb shit Jaden Smith would wear.
Oh, good call.
For real.
Good call, my friend. A little Jaden Smith reference. I love it. All right, so War Chest Full of Toys joining me, hanging out for a little bit. Just to get everybody caught up to date, you had a wonderful appearance last night on a Punk with Toys Thursday with a friend. A little miscommunication, but all's well that ends well, and I thought it was pretty good, right?
Yeah, I was an hour late, like tonight, an hour and a half late.
Yeah, but this is impromptu. This is not, you're not beholden to
Well, that's
this
all right.
by any means. And look, you missed all the political stuff, so you're probably better for it.
Not really. I love talking about Trump. He's awesome.
He's pretty fucking awesome. So now it's kind of getting into fun time at the very least with Paris Fashion Week. I was just showing off some of the latest styles. I wanted to see what your thoughts were on the on this look. But would you for $100, would you walk down the streets of Missouri in this getup?
So why not? Why not? Why not?
Shit. What is this?
I don't even know, man.
I mean, seriously, this is Fashion Week. It used to be hot models and
If
like
they made it big enough though, with all the black on the sides and like the red body outline in the center, I'm gonna be skinny. So man, I'll be like, I'm skinny red man.
Oh, Todd C says dick fingers.
I'm more up on the shoes. Look at those
Dick
shoes.
fingers. Yeah, that's what I said. I said the shoes. This shit is wacko, dude. I was like, what is happening? And yes, Dreadnought, I agree with you. The days when you definitely wanted to get together with the female models, the angels, right, from Victoria's Secrets, the mint green Daredevil, Dave. I agree with you. That would be more apropos. Same time, Toy says you'd be surprised what I do for $20. So here we have our classic leather Hitler, with the nice, pad, the what, I don't even know what they called those back in the day. I guess they're riding pants, whatever that.
Like Trapezios, but made out of leather.
We have our white Muslim fella here, almost covered up, would not be allowed to speak in public.
That's not that bad, actually.
Oh, but this person definitely can't speak in public. She got a fucking Afghan on. Got a comforter. Oh my God, girl, go take your ass back to the Taliban, bitch. All right. Well, once again, but a more colorful version.
Jesus.
How about my friend Njoku?
What are those merit badges?
He's almost an Eagle Scout, man. Shut up.
An Eagle Scout.
He's got to start a fucking fire last. It's the only thing he's got left to do.
A fire in Hollywood.
Damn. Holy shit.
Again with the shoes that look like they're made out of puff pastry.
Man, is YouTube flagging the comments tonight? Son of a bitch. I mean, look, I only have a few words in there, but they must be. They must be.
Stole that from TJ Maxx. Look at it. You ever go like TJ Maxx or Ross and look at the shoes? Like in their shoes, it's just a bunch of busted shit. Like, what is all this stuff?
Oh my goodness! I bet at this point Matthew's probably got his hands full trying to approve and like not approve certain comments or whatever, and he's actually approved them, but YouTube's being a little bitch tonight. Clinton Jorgensen says only need.
Going.
They're not bad. That's the thing. I don't understand it. So Clinton Jorgensen says only need 21 merit badges for your Eagle.
Clint, do you have a uniform that we need to see? I need to see that.
Daredevil Dave, I ordered a Hasbro Dragonfly and all I got was these dumb patches. That sucks.
God.
That's a motherfucker hilarious. Right there. That's actually pretty good. What the? Wait. Is that little miniature Godzilla? What is that?
I don't know what that is. Those like little horns on her feet. Oh
my God. This guy, what is it? It's the same shit. It's just different colors.
Yeah, different colors.
Come on, give me some. Oh shit! Look at this boss with them boots on, dude.
I'll tell you a story real quick. One time I was up at Chicago, like Wizard Con. This is how far back it was, and it was one of my first or second trips to Chicago, and it's like 90, 96, 95, 96, and we're all staying at the Sofitel. And Star Wars is all up there. It's, I mean, like it's like right after the Phantom Menace came out, so like 97.
Okay.
So we're all standing there, and all the guys from Star Wars are staying in the hotel and all this shit. And we go downtown, and it's right after St. Patty's Day or whatever I think is when we, or no, this was the other time. Okay, so we're riding the trains, and there's all these drunk Irish guys on the train, and just wasted and puking in buckets and stuff. And we go down to which they tie these trash cans inside the subways, so when people get drunk, they can throw up in the trash cans and not like in the subway.
Oh, it's beautiful.
They prepare. So we go down to the Red Line at Jefferson, and there's a free transfer from the Red Line to another line, and it's like mid where everyone's getting off work at this time, and all of a sudden, like all the trains are getting let off, and all these people are just flooding into the tunnel. And I'll never forget this. There's this guy, and he's got on a pair of pink and red splattered sweats, and he's missing one leg of the sweats, and he's got on a pair of boots kind of like that, and they're blue, and he's got those pink sweats on, and he's got on a business jacket with a tie, and like a normal, like just a t-shirt on underneath it, and it's got shit all over it, right? This homeless looking guy, and he's got a briefcase, and he's got bungee cords on it holding it together, and he's got stuffed animals all the way around,
no,
hanging out of it.
Oh.
And he's got this giant afro with like shit in it, and he's rolling through the crowd, like telling everybody to get out of his way because he's late for work.
Shut the fuck up.
And he looks so insane, and people are just trying to get away from him. And it was like the funniest shit you ever see. I just stood there watching him, and me and my buddy, we were just like, "What the fuck?" Like,
if this brother came walking down the street, I'd love to see that outfit actually, because if this brother came walking down the street, you'd almost be like, "Yeah, that's pretty normal." Like 3-Star says that coat is pretty fly though. The boots though, you know what I mean? The raincoat, hoodie, I don't know. I'm trying to figure all that shit out. Like it's fascinating to me though. Okay, so this is normal. This is your sanitation worker sexual, right? It's like the lumber sexual or the metrosexual. This is your sanitation worker sexual. This is like your upscale sanitation worker outfit, right? Does that make sense? Oh, give me some of that. That's not a scarf. It's not a turtleneck. It's a murder neck. I don't even know what that is.
That's wild.
Oh, here we go. Oh, for all you fellas out there that like that BBL. Get that BBL one time. That BBL. You know what I'm talking to.
Another Labyrinth. Maybe they're in the movie.
Oh no. I mean, I don't even. That could just be Cardi B and like Black Stallion or whatever the fuck your name is with the motherfucking hat on. That's what that literally could be. That's what that is. She got a look at that. I got one of them hats too, but it looks cooler than that shit. It's just oversized. That's one of them oversized Ushanka hats. They got oversized Ushanka hats and giant stripper boots with a BBL. That's Paris Fashion Week for you folks. Oh, there they are. Look, they look so happy.
Those fucking turkey feathers?
Maybe look there. Get a good look at them. They ain't peacock feather, that's for sure.
No, it looks like turkey feathers.
3-Star says facing the wrong way. I agree. That's pictures from the wrong side, folks. So anyway, that's Paris Fashion Week. I couldn't help it because I thought some of those fashions are quite yeah.
Although I found like Paris Fashion Week pretty much lines up with the Oscar nominations.
Yes, actually it does. Yeah. No, you're right. It does. They have a Michael Jackson biopic coming out.
Yeah, I'd heard that it was coming.
Yeah, they have a Michael Jackson biopic coming out, and they have to reshoot the entire third act because evidently one of the accusers has a contract or has a stipulation that they can't use his name, and they were using his name in
Are
the
you
film.
serious? That
Yeah,
just seems like they're idiots anyway.
yeah, and so he's got it in there, and so they have to reshoot the entire third act. How much money do you think a Michael Jackson biopic is going to make at this point? And having to reshoot an entire third act.
I can only imagine what they paid his estate.
Oh, yeah. No, I can't imagine. So I promised everybody, and War Chest, you're here for it. I promised everybody I did have some toy news. I got a little bit of toy news. This might be exciting for some of you. Might be old news to some of you. Some of you might not give a shit. But you better get on it quick. The Stinger and the driver. I know. I thought it was so funny. The reason why I want to share it, because it was like Big Bad Toy Store, and it was like actually, it literally popped up in my feed. And I know they're doing just brand, advertisement, but I thought, yeah. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here. But if you missed out on it, go to Big BBTS and get your Stinger. Do you have the Stinger?
I've got 3 of them.
Oh, well, shit. Screw me.
I've got one that's all gridironed out. I've got a regular one. I've got one that haven't even opened.
Yeah, 3-Star says, I saw this. They did this crazy photo shoot with it. Actually, just sharing this, I will go through some of the pictures real quick. And
they do look. I haven't seen that.
They do look fantastic.
Yeah.
I have it. Love it.
I think I'm going to order that setup from Pixis Designs. Have you seen that?
I have not.
Out of Arkansas. He doesn't live very far from me, actually. Yeah, you should look at that Pixis Designs. That guy, he's made some cool stuff, but the stuff he's made, it's cheaper than gridirons, and it's pretty badass, actually. You can fit the ferret into the back of it.
Bullshit.
No, look at it. Go to Pixis Designs.
Matthew says, well, number one, Todd says that Stingers were $70 during the holidays. And Matthew says, I have a great wolf lifting a Stinger. Photos next week. I love that. Always good. I know that a lot of people in here are toy collectors, and I do appreciate y'all hanging out, listening to me talk bullshit, let alone not even talking about toys, for one. That's the awesome part. I really appreciate that.
Save like $12 if you get it at GameStop.
Right. And Todd says these lights are fake advertising. Yeah, and it is, because it's that's kind of what 3-Star was kind of maybe mentioning about the. And
I hate that driver. I know some people love it. I know 3-Star likes them. I hate it.
Yeah, not a fan.
I don't like that gray.
Look,
I don't like the gray on any of them.
Right. I mean, I'm up in the air. I mean, I had the original Stinger and loved it, and
I never had it.
Right, but it's like Daredevil Dave says, why do the Hasbro pictures make it look like the dash lights up? 3-Star says, not trying to spend another $300 to make my Stinger not a Stinger anymore. Yeah, that's the whole thing about those kits and stuff, right? Because look, if you can't afford them and you do like it, you're taking pictures and stuff. I get it. But then, like, some of those little kits and the gridiron stuff, and as much as they cost, it's kind of what is it worth to you, and I do understand that. I get that point. So look, let me look it up real quick. Spell it out for me, homeboy.
Pixis Designs.
Pix.
Go to Etsy. ETSY.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Pix us.
Designs, or just look up G.I. Joe classified vehicles.
Nah, I got it right here. Verify me, bitch. All right.
Why do you have to verify to get on Etsy?
I don't even know. I'm like,
everybody with all these security passcodes. Two-way confirm. Just stop.
Let's look at it.
I don't care if you rob my credit card. Let's just get up there and get it done.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. Let's see. Not Pocus. It literally just auto-corrected on my PC. Is that even possible?
I don't know. Windows is up to mysterious shit, my friend.
Yeah, it is, brother. Tell me about it. What is happening here? Like, I'm not even getting a result. Do they have a jump pad by chance? Or a water moccasin by chance?
No, he's got a hiss tank. He's got a rolling thunder.
This is that bullshit. Something's going on here, and I'm not happy about it, folks. I'm literally Pixis Designs, classified, Etsy. I'm on Etsy. I'm getting nada, friend. I'm getting nada. Anyway, well, you pull it up, shoot it to me, or whatever. Share it.
I'll put it in the private chat.
Okay, cool. And 3 stars says I hate hunting for stuff on Etsy. Yeah, I every now and then I'll look it up. 3 stars says the stinger driver is cool as shit. Says you're crazy as hell. Did you guys watch the Core Play motion video on Joe Berg? I haven't seen it yet. I do like that channel. I do like stuff on there. It is fun. Good to see the old Core figures get some love. Yeah, that's a fun channel. And you can tell that guy has a lot of fun doing that. Like a lot of fun doing that. Yeah, anybody that goes through the trouble, I appreciate it. I really do. And it is fun. You get them early Rattler patches, buddy. Get them Rattler patches, Clint. While you hunt for that, and okay, let me see. There we go, baby. All right. I'll share this with you guys. Like I said, I don't have a lot of toy news, but I thought, hey, I'll spread it around, baby. You know, just for fun. I got a little comic news too, but it's more condescending than anything. Pixis, that's my problem. I had Pixus instead of Pixis. Pixis Designs. Do you guys know about this shop? You guys know about this shop? I don't care if it's my name. Fuck it. So Pixis Designs. Okay, I'm digging it. Now I see why. Now I see what. Ooh, shit.
Yeah, look at that shit. Yeah, that's crazy.
Holy moly.
Yeah, he's got like a bulldozer forklift on the front of it.
Look at that, folks.
Yeah.
3 left. It's pretty badass, I gotta admit. Holy moly. That's pretty badass. I like it. Wow.
Look at the price.
Yeah, $150, 150 plus.
Yeah, that's
low in stock.
It's a portion.
Right, 3 left, but that's pretty badass. There's
Yeah,
your
for all
option
of that.
1. Here's your option 2.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty neat, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get pretty in depth.
Shit.
Yep, they give a nice description. They kind of let you know exactly what it is you're working with. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. And that's for the fucking Stinger, dude.
Yeah.
That's wild.
He's also got a lowering kit too that makes it drag on the ground. It's nuts.
Okay.
He's got a bunch of different options in that, and it's got a
Wow.
lift. The piece on the bottom snaps into the lift. It's pretty cool. But
That's
a ferret
pretty
will
wild.
fit. Yeah,
Yeah.
a ferret will fit completely up in the back of it.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Never heard of it. Glad you turned me on to it. And now that I've got it saved in my my list now to watch, man. I mean, $150, probably a little out of my range as far as if I want something like this, but I totally understand why anybody would. And that's pretty
Pop
cool.
back out and look at it. His rolling thunder's insane.
Let's see here.
It's ridiculous.
Let's go. There's the demon right there. There's the rip saw. Is it?
It's on. If you go to his YouTube, you'll see full pictures of it. It's nuts, and it's absolutely enormous.
I was hoping maybe it would pop in here kind of quickly. We got 2 pages, so maybe we'll find it. Dragonfly missile platform. Well, damn.
And it's the same name on his YouTube platform.
Okay. Well,
there it is. You can see it in the middle.
Oh shit! Right there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh, that looks awesome.
You should see how big the cockpit is.
That's what she said.
No shit.
Let's see. Is it called the Rolling Thunder?
Yeah, he just calls it Rolling Thunder.
Okay. Well, let's search it real quick. Nope. It's not you.
Yeah, he may not have any up on the
He doesn't. That's okay. I mean,
he's got a full video on YouTube of him putting it together and showing you.
That's sweet. The 3-star says
everything. It's crazy.
Says was he selling the Rolling Thunders? I thought he just made it.
I don't know. I haven't contacted him about that yet, but I plan on it.
Triple C's main guy. Okay. And yeah, the AI action figure motion stuff is creepy as hell. I'm sure you're talking about Joe Berg, I'm guessing. Matthew,
yeah, I love that shit.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, no, that's sweet, man. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that in mind. I mean, obviously, right here, just to give you guys another little taste, I'm gonna share this tab, which I love. I'm all about this right here. Give me some of that. You know, with the fold out blades. You know, fold out blades. Yeah, dude, that's great. Classified scale. You know, that's, you know, it's some detail, man. That's somebody that loves what they do.
Yeah, he's been at it for a little while, like since the brand started back up, and he's been making some cool shit.
That's cool. Oh, Matthew says the AI animated activity. Yes, no, I know what you're talking about. As War Chest starts scratching for us.
Yeah, I'm cleaning my camera. There we go. Looks a little better.
Hey, it is what it is. Matthew says Bobby B got his Air Eagle Skyhawk KON is showing off pics. Okay,
I need to see that.
You know, we're not going to go down that rabbit hole tonight, folks.
Did you see that Skyhawk that Toy Giante made?
No, I don't think I did.
Toy Giante is no joke, man. That guy makes some of the coolest shit.
Yeah, we were joking earlier about the Gigante from the Penguin, Sophia Gigante. And Toy Gante, or whatever the fuck is, I don't know who the hell you're talking about. It's like the in-art shit you're talking about, and then I looked that shit up. It's like $1,800 for a Batman figure. I'm like,
those are for the 6 scale ones, but they got these new 12-inch.
Oh, okay, okay.
They're cheaper than Mayfix.
I'm like, I'm not gonna be grabbing one of those anytime soon.
I
look
put
badass
down a deposit on the Hot Toys Mandalorian and that giant Naboo fighter they're making that's 1/6.
Yeah.
I put money down on that. I'm like, I wonder what the total cost is going to be on that when it comes, because I know I'm going to be hurting on that one.
I'm good with that. I don't even
know where I would put it. I'd have to hang it. There's no way.
Right. Yeah. No. I'm definitely good with that. Come on. Let's see here. Let's try to get this thing the way I want it. So you sent me something. You sent me something the other day.
I sent some pictures to your Instagram tonight too.
Oh yes, you did, and I told everybody
because Woody was
that
going
I got
on about Vegas, so I just sent some Vegas photos.
Yeah. I told everybody that I got some great pictures from you, and that if I can get this damn thing moved, why? Yeah, give me some more problems. So I thought this one was pretty funny that you sent me the other day, and I kind of had to share it, even though we're a little bit, I guess, off topic, but I thought this was great. I'll play just a little bit of the song because it does have, well, actually, you know what? It won't even play the song. It won't play it, and I'm good with that. But I love the meme. Maybe you guys might know who this person is.
I didn't know you were going to show this. Yeah.
But I absolutely 100%.
Yeah. I made that, and then I redid it, and I put it up on my story, and it had the music from National Lampoon's going. It was hilarious.
Well, it does.
Just like, dude.
It does have the music. So, but I was like, well, I don't know if it's like, because you got to be careful, man. It's like I pulled up a couple memes, and then all of a sudden got blocked. But I was like, oh god, give me John Candy, like literally give me John Candy. Yeah. So really quickly, I want to go over something here in local news, and I'm not going to go over all of it. I'm just going to go over this one thing that I thought was quite interesting. We have a most wanted list, right? You guys usually have a most wanted list, right? In every city, every state. right? Every state has a most wanted list. And we do have a most wanted list, and it has some pretty heinous people on it. These are some pretty bad people. So I just want to share. I want to share with y'all some of the grand jury indictments, right, of the most wanted list, top 10, right. You've got premeditated, first degree murder, conspiracy, solicit, first degree, attempted first degree, evidence tampering. This is our number one, Didiri Muhina. He's missing persons, unknown whereabouts. We have Ligarian Blacksmith, criminal homicide, attempted criminal homicide, weapon felon, possession of a firearm. These are all people that have obviously murdered someone or tried to. Raceme Crutcher, premeditated first degree felony, murder. We have Dayton Smith, premeditated first degree, aggravated robbery, felony, employee, firearm with intent, whatever. We have Devin Martak. Here's Devin, good old Devin. Graping mentally defective and helpless people 3 times. Graping without consent times 3. That's a pretty shitty fucking person. We have Udell Ordunez. Grand jury indictments include graping without consent and actual battery authority figure times 3. We have Marcellus Springer, not related to Jerry Worchest, not related to Jerry.
That guy looks like he cheats at tetherball too.
He's like 19 years old. He's 20 years old. He cheats at fucking tetherball. He also has statutory graping. He's a statutory graper. Loves the wine. Walter Rivera Morel. Aggravated arson. 1 or more persons times 4. Aggravated assault, deadly weapon times 4. Number 9 is Ladyrus Howard. Aggravated strangulation, aggravated violation of court order, assault, aggravated burglary, evading arrest, misdemeanor. Pretty bad people. Pretty bad people.
None of
and then I want to
tattoos on their face at all.
None of them, right? But I want to introduce you to number 10. I want to introduce you to number 10 because number 10, this guy is probably the most heinous of all. He is on the top 10 most wanted list of the state of Tennessee. This is a horrible, horrible man who needs to be brought in at all costs. He is a danger to the public. And you folks, keep your children indoors. Okay, lock your doors. Because Michael A. Howell, indecent exposure, and a peeping Tom. Tennessee most wanted, top 10 list. Michael Howell, peeping Tom. Let's get that man off the streets right now.
You gotta get him.
Let's get that man. We need that man on death row. What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? This is number 10.
Number 10.
This is number 10? A peeping Tom? After I just read off all those charges.
I kid you not. me and my buddy one time were pissing in an alleyway behind a church, and we had to go to court like 3 different times and had to do community service over it. So I'm not even surprised.
It's just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
The number 10 on the TBI Most Wanted is a fucking peeping Tom with indecent exposure.
What happened to real criminals?
I mean, come on. He's the newest entry, folks. And so lock your houses up. Pull your children inside. Michael A. Howell, my bad. Not Thomas. Not Thurston Howell III. Michael Howell is on the loose. And he's peeping in your windows. What the fuck?
He's just making sure you're safe at night.
Damn, Todd, that's messed up, man. You just a whole blanket approach.
He looks like a toy collector. That's great.
Shit. Damn. 3 stars says maybe if he made the list, that's good. Then if that's the next most serious. I have a feeling the next 30 are far more serious than Michael A. Thurston Howell III Jr.
I feel like I need
Jesus
to go back
Christ.
to drinking so I can get on that list.
I mean, come on. What is really going on? We did have a school shooting actually at a school that's about probably 13 minutes down the road from where I live.
Oh, wow.
And actually very sad. Yeah, very sad because a young girl lost her life, and this guy evidently was a man. He followed. I'll show it to you. I mean, it is a shame though, and it's unfortunately something that's been happening far too often at our schools. And as a guy with a kid in school, you know, it is sad. But this kid right here, man, says, and even in his post, you can see, you can read it right here. Tomorrow is the day. I was planning on Thursday, but I need to speed things up. I don't have a lot of time. Holy shit, I'm nervous, scared, and excited at the same time. Scared of failing to X off myself, then going to jail. My goal is to X off at least 10 people and to beat the elementary school shooter, the Troon elementary school shooter. And that's sad. That this is obviously a young man that obviously, you know, I don't know what happened, but here's the trick. So they had a school shooting, a Catholic school shooting here locally, a private shooting by someone who was a girl wanting to be a guy, and it was a lot of. They won't release the manifesto, so to speak, but somehow they've released all these other manifestos.
And what is it with all the trans?
Yeah,
They're the ones like, I mean, literally the shooters. It's all.
It's interesting, and I don't know, you know, a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of mental health issues, and you know, people try to talk about it, but yet they don't want you to talk about it because they have a narrative they want to promote. And I say they, the media in particular, but there are forces fighting to suppress a lot of information. But it says right here, it says that this kid was against race mixing and wanted to take revenge, as well as the guy with the little mustache references and notations about previous school shootings. And it is sad because this literally is a school right down the street from me. And there's even video right here.
When did this happen?
This happened Thursday. This happened yesterday morning, if I'm not mistaken.
That's the first I heard of it.
Yeah, it is a shame. You know, it's a 16-year-old girl, a little Latina girl, lost her life. I have to tell you, as somebody that has a child, I can't imagine what that grief looks like. When you send your kids to school every day, and it's just, you know, days go by and you just, you know, hey, tell them whatever, right? You know, you send them out the door, and you know how it is. And you know, it's school, right? So, yeah, it's a shame the stuff's been going on, and it's a shame that this kind of stuff happens every day practically now. And it's, you know, you almost wonder if it's like a product of copycat, right? A product of promotion, of design, of whatever. And so, yeah, it is a shame. But he was a fan of Candace Owens, if you know who that is. He was a huge fan of Candace Owens. She obviously is trying to distance herself, say, look, I can't, you know.
Oh yeah,
of course not. Right, exactly. And but evidently, we've had just in the last 24 hours, we've had several middle schools that have gotten threats, and they've had to beef up police presence at all these middle schools. I mean, you're talking about, you know, 11-year-old kids. Yeah, it's pretty wild. But this tells you everything you need to know. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Okay, I'm just gonna say this right now, and I don't give a fuck. If you think that it's only white people, if you think that it's only people that look like me or look like War Chest or whatever, that they're the only people that could be involved or think the way that these people think, because we don't think that way, and everybody I know doesn't think that fucking way. And let me share a little fucking picture with you that just goes to show you it don't fucking matter. Don't have to look like me. Don't have to look like you. You know, so everybody wants to take that shit to the hyper degree, you know, and act like it's only somebody that has my skin tone. That's not always the case, folks. So, you know, it's anybody that has some serious fucking mental health issues. And that's obviously somebody that did. And it's a shame, though, because the young lady that did lose her life, I mean, I can't even imagine what that looks like for her family today. It's terrible.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely terrible. But anyway, so yeah, that's what's been going on here. And unfortunately, it seems to be going on more often around the country. And I do hate it, because the last thing you think is send your kids to school. You know, when I was going to school, and I don't know about you, War Chest, but when I was going to school, the worst thing you had to worry about was somebody fighting and having a lock from a locker in their hands and trying to hit somebody with a lock. I mean, there were no knives. I mean, there was no knives and guns in 1991.
Nothing like that. Yeah.
No. I mean, you know, it was a fist fight. And like I said, maybe somebody having a lock in their hand or some shit
Brass
like
knuckles.
that. Maybe, but
Right.
even brass knuckles is more of a 70s, 80s period. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird like that. But yeah, it's a shame, and hopefully, you know, I mean, I hate to see more police at schools, you know, but it is something that's been going on, and that happened here just recently, and so yeah, it's a shitty situation for that family, and I feel terrible for them, no matter where anybody's from, you know. But we're gonna move on. I did have a little bit of comic news. I don't know if you've seen these panels, War Chest. Scotty boy, I just want to see if you've ever seen these panels, because this is what happens. This is what happened to the comic industry. That's why the comics industry is in such a shitty place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man, we've got panels like this, which, you know, talk about how...
Go ahead and full screen it if you want.
Yeah, I was gonna try to, if I can get it on there. Let me see if I can get the page back. Let's see. Let me go back a little bit. Exceptional X-Men #2 and #4. White people bad. Apparently in the Marvel Universe, white people are the only ones acting racist to mutants. Only black people are shown sympathetic to mutants in this book. Shocking, I know. Let's see if I can zoom in just a little bit here. Because it's so disingenuous, in my opinion,
So
when they show shit like this.
the only thing I'll say about this is that just like Star Trek and how it broke and was very progressive,
Yes.
having a completely mixed crew with black, Asian, Irish, you know, like it was a mixing pot. And the X-Men were also a mixing pot when they came out. They used mutants as basically a term
Agreed.
to identify them as something less than human, or which indeed was more than human.
But it was not an allegory, though, for race relations and stuff like that. It was not the intention. Some people try to insert that.
It did, yeah. So but it did insert the not necessarily on the level of racism, but the fact that they were alienated, they were ridiculed, they were persecuted against.
Yes.
With the Mutant Act and all the stuff that led up to like the Civil War portion of the Marvel Universe. But now they're trying to put race into it, and it's like they're just going in a place they don't need to go, or they feel. And I understand they're trying to draw lines to show you why African Americans would understand what mutants go through to an extent. But do I think it's necessary in a comic book? No. And that's just like sexual orientation and stuff. I have never picked up a comic book and read one because I gave a shit about any of that stuff.
Right.
I was there for the adventure and all that stuff. I didn't need the soap opera or the drama. If
Right.
I wanted to read that, I would read Strangers in Paradise, which is an exceptional book, and Terry Moore is incredible. And there are books out there that really are like that, and they talk about all of every kind of diversity, sexual orientation, like all that stuff. And those books are there. I don't think it necessarily needs to be worked into Marvel, but
I think the unfortunate part is the heavy-handedness and the fact that also too at this point I think a lot of people have kind of checked out on it, right? And so when
and the
it's
comic
just
book owners will tell you too.
The store owners?
Yeah, they'll tell
100%.
Like what was it? Superman here a few years back had his son, Kyle's son, came back from War Planet, and he came back and his orientation was bi, and he had a boyfriend and stuff.
Yes,
and the book was selling like crazy up until that moment,
right?
Where they went there, and then they might as well just cancel the whole damn book.
What I find interesting is like even in this panel, in just this bottom panel where it's or the bottom two, where she mentions, for now, do you think you could both maybe keep it on the low that I'm, and he's like, a mutant? That's nobody's business unless you say so. Yeah. And then, and it's so on the nose. It says, sure, honey, I think you've got a lot to be proud of, but I know times aren't easy for your people right now. Well, when you're obviously showing someone as a mutant and not a purple or pink haired girl in a Catholic school outfit going to school, and so that's the on the nose part. Like that's the part where people get to the point where they've had enough, and your average comic. I mean, just correct me if I'm wrong. Your average comic book buyer reader is a teenage, usually teenage white kid.
I would say that's
it's changed. It's changed now
because
I think, but the price has gone quite up. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying, right? Like it's always been like the pimply teenage white kid, nerd kid that's your average comic book buyer, right?
Yeah, comic book store, just comic books and magic and all that stuff.
Yes. I mean, folks, when you go into a comic book shop and you see the people who are playing Magic the Gathering, yes, are there other people there? Yeah, but for the most part, let's not fool around. So that's your ideal. You say, okay, that's your comic book reader, right? Now, I'm not saying that you doesn't include anybody, right? Anybody obviously can like comics, and there's plenty of people who do, but those numbers have dwindled dramatically. And when people are being beaten over the fucking head with shit that they don't like, and kids aren't into this shit, just knowing having a kid at this age, they're not into this shit. They don't like it. They don't think it's cool. They're being told it's supposed to be cool, and they're supposed to. Well, you know what happens when kids are told shit to do? You know what they do? They go the opposite direction.
I can tell you just 100%. I'm in and out of comic book stores from Texas to here to Chicago. I go through all different shops, and there's rarely a time I see anyone under the age of 25 to 35
in a comic shop.
You never see kids in there unless it's Pokemon or Magic cards. That's all you'll see them in there.
Yeah, no, you're correct, and it is. I mean, it's just, and I hate that for the comic industry because I love comics growing up and I love collecting them. I love spending 2 hours pilling around a comic store. My mom dropped me off and then come pick me back up at 2 hours later, and I could sit there and thumb through everything and like read and get invested in storylines and pick out the ones I really wanted to buy because I only had so much money, And
I don't read comic books. I'm just not into that silly shit,
Well, that's because you're a silly son of a bitch.
Fucking liar.
Okay, let's not kid you. You fucking liar. No, it's just funny to me that even still at this point, now this was 2024, and I did go over, and I've got some photos we're going to go through here in a little bit. Yeah. But I'm just hoping that this era of whoever has kind of invaded the industry, whether it be video games, comics, movies, TV, and it is an invasion, I mean, in my opinion, and then try to force an agenda down people's throats. I just hope that we get back to You know, because there are comic artists, longtime comic artists, successful comic artists who can't get a fucking job anymore because they voted for the wrong person.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
literal
leave it all
in
the
the
way around.
industry.
Yeah.
Literal in the industry because they voted for the wrong person.
Yeah. Kirkman's crew out of Image and stuff, they're pretty hardcore about blowing the doors off everything and, you know,
Yes.
just going as far as they can with everything. They're pretty
Yeah. No, I really hope that we get back to just, I call it common sense. I know people have a different idea what that looks like. I think you and I probably both know what that actually really looks like.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, yeah. So look, we're gonna round third base. I know you had some shit going on tonight. Sabir knows it all too well, and he's been really active tonight, and I really appreciate it, Sabir, very much so. Indoctrination, use media for agenda purposes, all by design. Sadly, you get a lot of individuals caught up in agendas that are essentially tools for the puppeteers, and that's what they want, and then they want those people to go out and spread that as well. Todd C said kids are reading Scholastic comics. Not those comics. I agree. The sales
true, yeah.
provide that information. And Matthew Matson says kids are reading manga, and that's very true as well. My son liked to read a lot of it, liked to watch a lot of it. Anime, I do too, and I find it far more interesting. The only thing I will say, I'm still a sucker for the Warner Brothers animation DC stuff, like the Batman stuff.
Oh yeah, I watched some of that stuff.
I love that shit. I am a sucker for
and
that
it's a
shit
more adult based
all day long.
For the most part, all those movies.
Super based. Yeah, no, super based. Let's have a little fun.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's have a little fun. I've got a segment I like to call Idiots of the Day.
Idiots of the Day.
Idiots of the Day.
Yes.
These are different stories / videos and such that, or maybe it's a counter post that I like to bring up that somehow gained popularity. You might have recalled this one right here from the inauguration night about Elon Musk's salute that evidently somehow for a couple days became, just somebody waving to the fucking crowd. And somehow this meme captures it perfectly for me. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. That pretty much captures it for me.
That is so funny.
Yep. Holy mo, it's just like the okay sign. You remember that shit, folks?
Yeah.
Remember that for decades? 100 fucking years, that was fine, didn't mean shit, and then all of a sudden somehow this is somehow some weird shit. Yeah, fucking stupid. Waving to the crowd evidently means that you are a Yahtzee and you support the little mustache guy. I don't know. I don't get it. That's one of my idiot of the day memes. How about this one? You might find this one funny too. So Trump designating Mexican cartels as terrorist organizations as part of a plan for a legal war with Mexico. Trump is the anti-war fraud. He was always a warmonger and will always be a warmonger. And of course, Antonio Chavez says, so we are at the cartels are actually a good thing phase.
There's a I was actually at a dude. This is so funny, and any of this like illegal war with this one, like we were just talking, and a couple of people that were at the table were definitely liberals, and they started talking about like just military power, and I was like, you do realize how much money the United States spends on our military, right? And I was like, you do understand that, like. And we started talking to them. They brought up like, how many tanks China has. And I was like, you realize they've got like 1,200 tanks? I go, the U.S. has got like close to 3,000 M1 Abrams. I go, and they probably got another 4,000 in storage. And I go, that's not even talking about the Sabres or the M9s or just, I was like, we've got over 2 million troops, and that doesn't even count the National Guard or the reserves. And
yeah,
I was
folks.
just like, do you even understand what you're saying right now?
If
And I
you
was like,
think,
do you have any idea how many battleships we have? And I go, do you understand what that looks like in the water? Because you look at and you say aircraft carriers, right? And I'm like, do you understand how many support vessels
yes, yeah.
one aircraft carrier has? I go, do you understand what that military power looks like?
Let alone all the different pits around the country where everything's under fucking ground.
Oh yeah, just,
you know what I mean? Like, it's like,
it
come
was
on.
entertaining conversation,
Oh,
just
I'm
of
sure.
how unaware they are of how insane, the
Because
US is.
people will believe whatever they see, and even not even think on their own. You know what I mean? Like, just think on their own. Just like, let me actually rationalize this. So, listen, you guys have all heard about Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg is a one horny little son of a bitch. This was from the inauguration the other night. And you tell me what he's looking at.
The same thing.
Look, founder of Facebook, folks, he's worth a fucking mint. He still likes them teddies.
Isn't that his wife? What's Benzo or what? That is
And Bezos, that's Bezos' wife. And,
That's what
and
I
I
thought,
have
Bezos'
something
wife.
I've got to play this because it's only fitting. It's only fitting
Yeah.
for this moment. And so I've got to play it. It's one of my favorite things. You might have heard of this show, okay? It's
The guy
called
behind him. is even better.
Look how far
He's
he's
crooking that neck out.
reaching. Like, he's reaching.
Let me in, homie. Let me in.
This is probably what they were saying.
I could have took her out. She's pretty. She's got TB. What? Terrific body.
Terrific body. Yes, she's got TB, folks, and Zuckerberg knows it. And all them other guys do too. And Bezos, oh my God. No, it's just fantastic. I love that photo. That's a perfect moment captured in time. It tells you everything that you need to know. Everything you need to know. And then let's see.
I can't wait to see what that marriage costs him.
Oh, who knows? Now, I don't know if you guys know a guy named Vito. He's a YouTuber. His name's Vito. He's a fucking idiot. But anyway, so Vito is he's all about that maps shit, right? He's about changing language, from pedo to calling him a map, right?
Oh,
Minor, attracted. Oh yeah. And so here's his comment here. This is Memology 101 again, Antonio Chavez. Max Cool is Vito on the right. He says this headline is a fact. People are pretending to be outraged by it. And you can see the headline there and take away from that what you will.
Oh yeah.
And he says we make endless movies glorifying murder, and murder is still illegal. But yeah, this is bad news.
Did you ever watch the TED Talk?
No.
You need to
no.
watch that. That'll blow
Okay.
your mind.
All right. So, but yeah, Max Cool, Vito. This headline is simple litmus test for grasp of the English language. Sad how many people are failing it. That's his. Yeah. Well, no, it is a crime. It's not a disorder. And I don't know what else to say about that. But Vito is an idiot of the day today. Anybody that can defend that fucking behavior can go to hell, in my opinion. It's disgusting. Okay. Let's see. Give maybe one last one here as far as my idiot of the day. And it really has to do with video games. And you may or may not be clued into this. You may not care. But I do, because I play a lot of video games. This one is the difference between indie devs on video games and AAA devs on video games. Indie devs. Be our guest. AAA game devs, now shut up and eat your garbage. because AAA video games have been shit now for quite some time. And they're going to continue to be shit.
I like indie games, but I have what is a AAA game?
AAA game would be your Bethesda, they would be your Ubisoft, they'd be your Assassin's Creed, your gigantic games. Grand Theft Auto 6, which is coming out the next year or two. It costs $400 million to make. Games like that, and then you play them, and they're just fucking
there's been
slop.
some shit games.
Sabir, you caught on to that, right? Little New York Times. Red Dead 2 is a AAA game, but I have to admit, that's one of the best.
That's one of the best games I think ever made.
One of the best. But, one of my idiots of the day is the AAA game industry, because they have been making some of the shittiest games of recent memory, and evidently the consoles and the PCs are much better than they've ever been before, but the graphics and the gameplay are pretty shit.
Yeah, they're not even living.
Quite amazing, isn't it?
One of the sad parts is they're still running off the same physics engines too. It's just the same. Just like if you play a Bungie game, it's Halo. It's just Halo with a new skin. It's just sad. They're just repackaging the same thing and selling it to you.
Kind of sounds like movies, right? TV, right? It's the same shit. No ideas, nothing original.
Why make something new and original when you can keep making sequels and save money on marketing? It's just the same game.
And what's fascinating, they don't save money. That's what's crazy. They'll still spend $450 million to make Captain Afro America 4 and push that shit out and reshoot it 5 times when nobody wants it.
I can't wait to see that, because that's just going to be a fumble. But
it's going to be bad.
But just like you said, even in the video game industry, them putting out a sequel and putting out basically a clone copy of what they just did before, or updating a little thing here and there, whatever, new maps. Who gives a shit? It's the same game.
It's the same game.
The amount of money they make on a video game versus a movie is astronomical.
Folks, stop buying Madden games. Stop fucking buying the fucking Madden games.
Yeah.
That is a fucking reskin with a roster update, and you pay $100 every year to have the same game. It's been that way for 15 years now. No innovation. It's garbage. Even the college football game that came out this year is fucking garbage. It's terrible. Quit buying Madden. Quit buying FIFA. Quit buying that shit. Competition breeds innovation, and when the NFL has an exclusive contract with Electronic Arts and no one else can use the license to use the players' names and the team's names, there's no competition. So they're fucking lazy and they fucking suck. Quit buying Madden.
I know you're just gonna keep buying it.
You're contributing to the fucking problem, damn it. Sabir says Fallen Order was amazing, then came Jedi Survivor. It was completely broken. I agree with you. I agree. Fallen Order was a fantastic game. It was nice. It was tight. It had scope. It was limited by money and scope to an extent. When they had more money, they expanded the game, and guess what? The game got worse. It had more bugs, and the storyline got really expanded and diluted and stupid and way too much. I agree with you 100%. Yeah, Fallen Order was a fun game, and most people still watching that played it probably will agree. Very tight, very nice game. Very nice, very nice. As a matter of fact, it was so nice. It was so nice. It's almost
Vagina.
What? Wait, huh? What did
Vagina.
Wait a minute. Hang on. Scott, you don't know.
Going to amount to jack squat.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Holy shit. But I will say,
boy, that escalated quickly.
Ridiculous.
I'm fucking stupid. I'm so stupid.
That shit is hilarious.
I can't help myself. I got too many of them. I got like 30 of them. I don't even know where to begin, my friend. I don't even know where to begin or stop for that. But it's almost
disgusting.
Really is. It's absolutely
disgusting. Disgusting.
That's funny.
One more time.
Frank Drebin. I heard they're remaking The Naked Gun, and I'm just like,
Oh, stop it.
don't.
Stop
I'm
it.
like, what are you guys thinking? Don't do
Fuck
that.
me. Next, we're going to get a Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And you know what I have to say to that?
You go to hell. You go to hell and you die.
I don't want to see that shit. Let's get back on track here, damn it. You sidetracked me, Scott. What's wrong with you?
I heard when Forrest Whitaker heard about that, he got a twitch in his eye.
Damn. Holy shit. Sneaky son of a bitch, you. That's good stuff. All right. So, anyway, that's enough of the idiots of the day. Let's get to what I like to call some of the best woke photos from the woke era. And boy, oh boy. So just to
is that just sad to know that someday they will probably refer to that as exactly the woke era?
So this is what we left off with last week. I don't know if you were in here, but this was just as a refresher for those that were here. This was the last. And it's not that it's even woke. It's just it fits in the era because of what we were dealing with and what was accepted and what was supposed to be okay. So this is what we left off last week with, was this photo right here.
I had not seen that. It took me a second. I was like, oh, that dude's taking shit.
And look at the guy looking at him over there walking. He's like, what the fuck is going on over there? Meanwhile, that's another brother. He's doing that shit too. That's pretty fucked up. That's pretty fucked up.
Double decker.
Brother trying to make a living, mopping the damn subway floor.
That's
and his brother's over here. Just like, sorry about your luck, bruh. You know what I mean? So, so that's what we left off on, just to give you an idea, last week. So it's time to begin anew.
A new week.
A new week. I have a ton of these. I have a ton of them.
Go. Let's see them.
So, I don't know if you can read this sign in the background as you look at all the trash and garbage and in New York City, but you might notice how important it is to spread information, folks. Spread of information, knowledge. It's very important when you have a city like New York and the kind of homelessness and rampant syringes and doo-doo on the street. But knowledge is crucial. Knowledge is crucial.
What's it say?
Who was the first Indian American woman to fly in outer space? It's one of your signs while you're waiting on the bus, stepping over feces and syringes, is to gain a little bit of knowledge of the first Indian American woman to fly in outer space.
The more you know, man.
Jesus.
One of my favorite ones. You ever go to the movie theater and like they flash? Back when they used to flash up the slides. And it would be like, don't forget things behind when the movie's over, and it showed like the umbrella and the walking cane, and I'm like, how the fuck did you walk out of here without your cane? How would that even be possible to forget it?
The beer says I've had to step over poop in the subways quite a bit. That's a crying shame, my friend. Listen, Clint, are you familiar? Are you familiar with the United Colors of Benetton? I'm sure most of you are. You grew up in an era.
Yeah.
United Colors of Benetton. Well, what about this picture here? Very proactive, very happy, very good group. Cable access television esque in a way.
Look at the lead singer of The Cure all the way over there on the left.
What the fuck is this?
I don't even know. Yeah, where's Biden at?
It's called Canada, folks. It's called Canada. If you look behind, it's called Canada, and Canada will put your ass in jail for making fun of this shit.
Oh,
yeah, Brett Michaels right there, second to the left, ladies and gentlemen, second to the left, Brett Michaels with heeled boots. And I love some Prince now. I got some videos to show you that shit too. But yeah, this is, I don't even know what. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. I know we're going to protect our 25, and all 25 of them, although not all 25 are represented in this picture. But there's 25 LGBTQI plus communities, and they all have to be protected from each other. That's the problem. That's the problem. They all have to be protected from each other, because them some shit talking motherfucker. Trust me.
Remember when we could all just have a parade, but not anymore?
Man, oh man. Remember when you could just wear your thongs backwards down the Christmas parade? That shit was good times.
That's why they've got a whole month now, so they can have a different parade every day.
And then I have a wonderful, wonderful tweet from Lewin Wertheimer. You may or may not know who Lewin Wertheimer is. I'm going to have to read it out. I'm going to have to read this tweet to y'all. Now, this may be offensive language to some of you. I know there's a lot of children that tune into this Friday night stream. And I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to make anybody sick or, go to the bathroom and throw up. But this might make you throw up because this Lewin Wertheimer, wonderful, I would say wonderful man. However, Lewin's been changed, and I'll read the post to you. It says here, just got my new pussy. Here I am holding my balls with my husband and my nicely wrapped up and protected pussy. Put him up for the camera. Show him to the camera.
Just got my new pussy. Here I am holding my balls with my husband and my nicely wrapped up and protected pussy. That's next level, man.
I mean, look at that picture. Holding the balls, one in each hand, folks. You too can do just like Lewin Wertheimer and hold your own balls in your hand, disconnected from your body. And it's all protected. Look how protected that is. Look at that diaper. Look at that well-wrapped diaper. That's a wonderful thing.
Gardner guy was like the top badass from jumping from the stratosphere, Red Bull style. But now we got this guy. I don't know, man. And now I'm thinking Red Bull missed an amazing opportunity.
That brother's got wings.
Jesus.
That brother's got some motherfucking wings, bruh.
No,
3-star.
No, he's got some balls.
He's got some fucking balls, motherfucker. 3-star draw says, at least the old Lewin looks like a clown. So it's the look. Don't fuck up nobody with a shower cap 3-star. Damn, that's fucked up. The brother's got a shower cap on.
Yeah,
lest I show you once again the shower cap. Don't fuck around with anybody with a shower cap on. I know some brothers in East Nashville fuck you up if you talk shit about their shower cap.
Gotta keep your waves in there.
Bust your balls, son. No pun intended. Oh my God. Anyway, so that's one of the photos. Again, I told you I got a lot of them, so bear with me, folks. If you enjoy this, I know I do. How about let's see. How about this one? If I can get it here real quickly. This is a little on the nose. It's a little on the nose. It may not. This isn't quite as funny. It is serious. Not quite as funny. But I definitely remember this. I saw this making the rounds. Democrats expect us to believe they can clean up the earth and environment yet they can't even clean up their own district and streets.
Oh my God, that picture's hilarious. That literally looks like the under. If you've ever been to Chicago, like
hey, you got it. Speak away.
Yeah, so like they've got like a whole like underground like in Batman, The Dark Knight, whenever he comes flying up and he's been missing.
Yes.
Or and the lights go all out. So that's that whole area. Dude, that's what that looks like up underneath there.
Yes. This is anywhere San Francisco. This is anywhere San Diego now. This is anywhere Pasadena. This is anywhere LA. This is anywhere. There are parts of Nashville that somewhat look like this. This is anywhere America, right? It's wild. But yes, but I thought that one was pretty good, just because it is very on the nose, and it's pretty much right on the money. So here's another one you guys might like, as some of my woke memes and photos. This is from a book. You guys may or may not remember this, but you may. And this page out of the book pretty much tells you everything you need to know. In some families, the dad is pregnant. If a dad is trans, it sometimes means that they can have a baby. Yeah. These books are in your children's schools because biology be damned. Nobody wants to hear about that shit. Do you guys remember this lovely person right here? How about this lovely individual that basically took down an entire company? Remember this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And now they got the next idiot in line.
Yep. Yeah, right. Yeah, remember this? Dylan Mulvaney, right? Yeah. Enough said. Basically brought a long-standing beer company to its knees. You guys might have had a lot of respect for this couple. It's a terrible photo, but it's the best I could do.
There's still places here that don't carry Bud Light because that Bud.
Oh, no, we don't sell. Nobody buys it.
Yeah.
Nobody buys it where I'm at. It is the least stocked beer, and I'm talking about Yingling. I'm talking about some other bullshit. Nobody buys it anymore. Remember this couple protecting their home from the riots?
That was hilarious.
Remember that? Remember these guys?
Yeah.
And people thought that they should be prosecuted for protecting their own property.
Yeah.
Remember them? I figured a lot of you probably would. Yeah, again, some of the most ridiculous photos from this past era, so to speak, that we call it. I got a few more. How about...
Was he set up with a right side or a left side charge? And he's left-handed on that. I was just looking at that.
It also could be a reverse picture. Sometimes that happens. You know what I'm talking about?
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's got the stock in his left arm. Here, I'll quickly share this picture instead, just to show you again. It might be reversed, but I don't think it is.
Gotcha.
But you tell me.
No, he's good.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Of course he's good. You kidding me? That motherfucker's good as hell. All right, anyway. So, did you remember when AI art couldn't figure out if you wanted to ask it what the image of a Viking was? Remember that? Because if you asked AI, if you asked Google AI, generate an image of a Viking, there was a time in the last few years where it was so weighted heavily on DEI that this is the image it would give you. The Asian Viking we all know so well.
That's awesome.
The female black Viking that we all know so well, right? And then, of course, here is our George Washington AI image of George Washington. Now, they didn't say George Washington Carver, folks. It said George Washington. Okay, I'm not fucking stupid, y'all. But this was Google AI. This was early AI, folks. It's been far more refined to give it at least 7 fingers instead of 3 now on each hand. But yes.
That Viking looked like Mario Van Peebles from like Highlander.
Yeah, I got it in a way, right? There's kind of an Asian African descent with the top left, and then we have our full-on Asian. Top left is Blasian, bottom is Asian, bottom right is Indian Amerasian. And,
it's funny.
And then the top right is Shuri with the Shuri copter. What's that?
He looks so hot. Like I got this buddy of mine that's mixed, and he's a bartender. His name's Jack, and we call him African Jack. It looks just like that. It really does.
It's awesome. That's awesome.
Jack.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Woody Triple Deuce in the house. He says, "Watch just what were those dogs called again? I'm trying to search it right now."
Woody. What is he talking about?
I have no fucking clue. What are you talking about?
Fucking Woody just chimes in with some wild shit.
Watch just what were those dogs called? What dogs, Woody?
What dogs?
Shit. Done fuck me up, Woody. You know what? For that, Woody, I got to give you, let's see. What do I got to give you, Woody?
But you know what's funny about this, too? Is like, this is like a rip on my mom. She's 78 and she's got dogs, and every time you come to visit, it doesn't matter what
shit,
it turns into a damn dog conversation. Did I tell you about what I'm like, Mom, every time I come, do we have to talk about the fucking dogs? I don't care about the dogs. It wouldn't matter what conversation you were having, out of nowhere it would be something just like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, quickly, as we move on from our historic portraits of George Washington Carver and our Vikings.
Oh, he's talking about me.
Yeah, he's talking about you, and he's talking about the dogs. You had the robotic dogs. He wants to know about the robot. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on really quickly to one of the greatest. You may remember it, you may not. It's one of the greatest historical television moments in television history. Okay, television history. You may or may not remember this, but folks, I gotta play it for you. I just want you to remember what it was like during the good times. Okay.
All right, 5, 3, 2, 1. Jump, Olivia! Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on. Who's a big girl with the pie?
Oh, I miss Olivia Munn. I miss G4 TV.
I love G4. That was a great show.
Oh, fuck, man.
It sucks that whole network got sold out and everything went to shit.
Matthew, we're going to talk about that Tuesday nights, Amelia Perez, so get ready. Get ready to make a little controversy. Yeah, I miss G4 TV, and I had to show one of the greatest moments, Olivia Munn in a French maid costume jumping into a giant vat of fucking chocolate cream pudding. Let's not kid ourselves, folks. That's some good shit. I saw the look on your face.
Me?
I saw you. This is what it looked like. It's okay, buddy. I'm here for you every step of the way. Rehab and all.
Yes.
I'm with you. All right, we got a few more. You guys remember this? You remember when You remember when Pelosi became an African American? Do you remember this?
Yes, I do.
This is one of the greatest historical pictures of all time. This is I don't even really know what to say about this. I'm sure a lot of my black friends probably will look at this picture and they know what's running through their minds is like, this is some stupid ass bitch trying to score some fucking brownie points. Like, literally, this is embarrassing. Embarrassing. But this was a historic photo. Truly was. But my goodness. Yeah, this is your politicians, folks, thinking how stupid that you are. Literally thinking how stupid that you are. Yeah, Sabir says, yeah, that's the one I said I want to know who came over to help her up, because you know that old bitch ain't getting up on her own now. As a matter of fact, you look at most of them, a lot of them probably ain't getting up on their own. But, yeah, no, listen. I mean, photo op? Maybe? Come on. Embarrassing.
Maybe.
No, take every opportunity. I have 4 more for this week. 4 more. If you guys are enjoying this, 4 more. And then we'll call it a night. Because I've got a lot saved for next week and the week after that. I told you, I've got a bunch of them. Do you remember COVID? You remember COVID-19, Scott? You remember COVID-19? Did you have any experience with COVID-19? Do you remember that a little bit?
A little bit.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to play in a fucking orchestra. When you're wrapped up in your own personal fucking tent.
Jesus. Like the thing you put. They make those like when you. So like if you're tailgating, like at Indianapolis and stuff like that, they have those that you can like shit in. Like you just put them up next to your car so you can go to the bathroom.
I mean, seriously, folks, what the fuck is this? A tuba player with a music stand crammed inside of his own porta-john zip up for COVID, so he doesn't possibly come within 6 feet or the same air as the rest of the fucking orchestra. What is happening here? I mean, literally, right? Like, come on. The old coof, my friends. Clay Organson says, Pelosi's a better investor than Buffett. Yeah, they're all great investors, actually, and they've used our money to do it. It's wonderful. Anyway, so yeah, that was always a fun one. I remember from back in the day. And then, of course, we can't forget Dark Brandon, right? Let's go, Brandon. Of course, that is my name, Brandon. And I used to hear that all the time at work. When people would come in, they'd say, let's go, Brandon. And I'd say, you're motherfucking right. And remember this? Remember this? Does this remind you of anybody? Just any guesses? Any guesses? Anybody? Any guesses? Anybody?
Wild. When they did all that red Hitler shit behind them, I was like, what is going on? Like
any guesses? Anybody?
It works for Cobra.
As a matter of fact, at this moment, I could totally see this guy doing a little something like this.
Cobra has 150 missiles. Can you really assimilate this?
Holy shit. What an image. And they say Trump's the bad guy. I'm just kidding. Whatever. It's all your frame of mind, all your point of view, right? All right, I got to two more. That's it. Do you guys remember the Olympics? Remember the Olympics? I know you remember the Olympics. Everybody remembers the Olympics.
I didn't watch the Olympics at all.
Do you guys remember the opening ceremony? Oh, baby. You had to remember this, right?
Yeah, Papa Smurf.
Kind of missed the mark on that one, buddy boy.
Great idea, guys. Way to get those ratings up. The only thing that could have been better is like if they ate fruit off of its body.
Oh, Jesus. Then it'd been like a fucking Diddy party, one of them freak offs where people were eating off the
You act
titties
like
and shit.
that wasn't a Diddy party.
This probably wasn't Diddy. This is probably an Epstein/Diddy party at the Olympics, and the shit got kind of fucked up a few years ago. But
like
that's what it was supposed to be.
It's like, it wasn't a Diddy party. It's like when you used to watch like on MTV, they used to have like spring break, and they had all the beautiful people out and they're all partying and stuff.
Yes.
Like, where are all the thick people? Is there free food and kegs on the other side of the island? And they
Yes.
got a different invitation. That's like what this is. They didn't get invited to the Diddy party. They're like the
Yes.
junior varsity crew, and they got to go to the other side of the island.
Yes. It's like Club MTV. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Club MTV, y'all. Okay. We're going to finish up with a snapshot of a couple images.
And I dropped that link in the.
I saw that.
chat.
And did it go through?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because otherwise put in the private chat and I'll share it because I know I do have links kind of disabled. And I know you guys have been posting a little bit in the chat, and I'm going to get to that here momentarily. But just a couple more pictures to share with y'all. Oh, folks, I'm sorry. I'm going to show them to you, and two out of the four are quite disturbing. Honestly, 2 out of the 4 are quite disturbing. One of them, not that, whatever. And the other one is just fucking stupid. So let's go ahead and get it done. Let's get it over with. My end of the woke pictures of the day. Guys, remember when it was okay for staffers to have sex?
Oh yeah, that was something, wasn't it?
Yeah, and record it, and somehow that get out. But let's gather ourselves. Okay, let's gather ourselves, because ain't nothing like a crocheted mask with holes in it, y'all, during COVID.
Crocheted mask.
But, and I told you, one out of these four, it is, I get it. We've got our loyal FBI citizens masking up, some not masked up, taking a knee. I understand. I know where they're coming from. I do. But this last picture, folks, is going to tell you everything you need to know, at least for this week. Because I have a lot more pictures saved for the next few weeks, but this is the last one. We'll finish up on this one. Tells you everything you need to know. Watch yo children.
That's wild, man.
Yeah. And it's also very fucking sad. Because that shit is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's next level, man.
Yes. And that's the kind of shit that's been going on for a while.
That's just disturbing.
And there's people that will fight you tooth and nail for this shit. Again, I am all about the freedom of expression and ideas, free marketplace of ideas, free speech. When it comes to children,
I wouldn't do that shit for my girlfriend. That's just weird.
that's what I'm saying, right? Shit is fucking weird. But when it comes to children, that shit is really fucking weird. It's fucking criminal. Shit is fucking weird. But that's just one of many pictures. God knows I have a lot more saved
I've
like
seen
this
some of them.
that are just absolutely fucking outrageous.
Yeah.
Lap dances at middle schools. Shit like that. It's fucking ridiculous. But anyway, so I'm going to leave you with that one. That's our last woke photo of the woke era. For this week anyway, God knows I got a whole bunch more. It's quite amazing, actually, if you go down that rabbit hole. It truly is. It is fascinating, dude. But anyway, so look, man, I can't even, I gotta stop. I'll just keep on going. All right. Anyway, so let's see. I think, did I share them all? Did I get them all out? Did I get everything out tonight? I think I did. I think I got them all out tonight. We'll get some more stuff next week. Do you got anything going on, man? Like any photos? Or, I mean, God knows you send me so many memes every week. I almost can't keep up with them. And I wanted to share a few of them, like tonight. Especially, actually, there is one I did save. I tell you what, I will leave y'all on this wonderful, I emailed it to myself. I even emailed it to myself. Because you sent me this earlier, and I thought this was probably one of the funniest things that I've seen in quite some time. And I'm going to share it with y'all. War Chest sent this to me earlier.
I don't even know what it is. I'm like,
I
send so much shit to people. I don't know.
So I want you guys to watch and enjoy this before we get out of here, and then I'll kind of sign out or whatever. And next time when you have a little more time, brother, or whatever, you can jump in. We can kind of go over some topics and shit like that. I am a little tired. I ain't gonna lie to you. But you guys enjoy this video.
Yeah, this is great.
عدت شو اخبارك؟ قم بسرعة. شو اخبارك؟ ان شاء الله بخير. قوموا ورا درب الشارجة.
I bet I watched that 5 times.
I think that motherfucker just shit himself. Let's watch it again. One more time, folks. Put a snake in the bed.
عدت شو اخبارك؟ قم بسرعة. شو اخبارك؟ ان شاء الله بخير.
قوموا ورا درب الشارجة. It's all good, brother. Wait, what? Hang on. Dude just look. He's like, oh no. Oh shit. Oh shit.
I don't even, it cracks me up because there's the one guy that's regular size, and then there's two midgets next to him, and the one he's got a cheetah blanket on, and I'm like, it's wild. Like, what is going on in this bedroom right now?
And then you drop a motherfucking snake in the middle of all that shit. He's so sick. Good God. That's, oh my God. That's so. I love that one.
Mine used to own this big funeral home. This, like, and if you passed out, like drinking or hanging out over this place, he'd always come in and put this giant ball python on you to sleep. Not cool. He would do that shit to me, and I don't dig snakes at all. Like, I would jump out of the bed just like that. Like, me and snakes don't get along. I'll pick them up, I'll grab them, or whatever. But like, if I didn't know it was in bed with me, I woke up, I'd flip out just like that. I would not be happy.
Woody, there's a link, Woody. If you're still listening, if you still are in here, there's a link for the armored little dogs or whatever, right? The Bandai hobby extended armament. Those are super freaking cool, y'all. Check those out. Actually, those are awesome, dude. You can paint them some bitches up or whatever you want to do with them. It reminds me of Metal Gear in a way. Metal Gear.
I've got a picture of one that I've already detailed out. It looks pretty crazy.
Yeah, those look awesome. Yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. Yeah, so he got it already. So I just want to repost it just in case. Matthew says, I love the alien facehugger crochet mask. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you, Woody. Yeah, nah, he got it. Anyway, all right, so that's about all I've got for you, man. Shit, we've usually I'm 9:30 Central Standard to 11:30. I think we've done about 3+ hours tonight. War Chest, Scott, good friend. appreciate you hanging out tonight for a little while, and next time we kind of jump on and fuck around. I know you had a little bit going on tonight too, and we hung out earlier on Shane's stream on Same Time Hangout with Woody and Same Time Toys, Greg the Comic Guru, and Just Jeff, which was a fun stream. I like hanging out with those guys. They joke around, smoke it up, and that was fun. I was glad to see you there too, man. That was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, earlier, so you got anything going on, man? Like, just, I mean, I know you're not super active as far as
on the YouTube, but
YouTube or Instagram per se.
I've been asked by a lot of people to do like a Sunday stream for
Okay.
like just like an hour and a half of like strip club stories. I was like, I got more stories than I know what to do with. So yeah.
You know how many you have? You have one for every 365 days out of the year times how many years that you actually, so that's 20 years times 365. So take your pick how many stories you want to tell, because I know, because I dated a stripper for a while when I was younger, and each day was a new story. And that was just from my perspective, let alone being the
it's like Jerry Springer.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and the stuff that goes on behind the curtain is ridiculous.
And also at the same time, most people don't understand, it's a job.
Yeah,
folks.
it's just a job.
It's a fucking job.
It's a job.
Yep.
It's a job with a locker room full of women that are having a junior high school popularity contest,
right?
That is fueled by drugs and alcohol.
Yes.
and it is just unbelievable.
That was my experience.
Getting to a different level.
That was my experience dating one for about almost a year, and her name was, her real name. You don't know what her real name was?
Oh, let's hear it.
Her real name, Portia.
Portia, that was her real name?
That was her real name. Portia.
I know one girl named Portia.
Portia. But of course, on stage, she went as Portia. The car. But that was her name, Portia. Yep, that was her real name.
It's really crazy how strippers will lose their shit if you don't spell their stage name.
Oh,
like
who gives a shit? Who gives a fucking shit?
This one girl's like, my name's Ecstasy. So I write ecstasy like the drug up on the board, and she's like, "No, XTC, ecstasy."
Oh, of course it is. Just like the band.
Get away from me! Like, just crazy shit.
All right, folks.
I'll save it. I can't. I'll just don't get me started.
Hey, actually, no. I was gonna say save it, but I definitely want to. At some point in time, I definitely want to be able to maybe have you come on and like, because I mean, I'm all about telling those stories. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like for me, it's like I'm definitely all about that shit. And so yeah, so hey, Friday night we can go down the rabbit hole. I'll tell some of my, I guess shall I say, some of my more stories maybe y'all wouldn't expect out of me. From my younger days of playing music and being an idiot. But yeah, man. So that could be fun. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody joining, hanging out. Really do. And obviously Scott, war chest full of toys. Always love talking to you, dude. And so I'll be back obviously next Friday night with another Unfiltered, just doing the same thing. And then Tuesday night coming up with Matthew Matson with the Evening Blend. I got to make it up to him, so I got to make it a good one. So tune in Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central, and I'll be doing that show with him. So, man, yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you, brother. Hang around for a minute before we bounce out of here.
All right.
I do want to play for y'all real quick. Get my print splits out. Here's some of my print splits. Hit it. The King and the Prince. One time. All right. Anyway, I'll see y'all. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Scott, hang tight. It's been Pop Blender Unfiltered. See you next week.